was a time where hip-hop culture and geek culture were at odds, clashing over dominance amongst society on who deserves the right to be considered best. The great culture feud lasted for decades with no end in sight, until one crew decided enough was enough. Deuces, Lil, Bacardi, and Didge, collectively known as Geekset, stepped up when the world needed it and became the only place that blends hip-hop culture and geek together.
All right. Welcome back to the Geekset Podcast, the only podcast that blend hip-hop culture and geek culture together. I'm your boy Deuces in the building, and with me I got my man Lil.
You got the arroz con pollo daddy today, y'all.
Roast rice and
I don't ask me to repeat
rice
it.
and chicken.
Yeah, come on, man. Y'all done heard Girls by Jay-Z. He talk about it.
I thought it was roasted chicken.
Arroz con pollo.
I thought he was just. I caught that, but I thought he was just trying to translate it. That's all I got you. Like,
You know what? You got the sofrito papi.
I was trying to help Bacardi.
Damn, man.
I caught that part, but I thought afterwards Bacardi was just trying to translate. So I'm like, I got him. I know it.
He looked confused.
The first thing I thought about was some motherfucking cup of noodles.
He was like, is he saying he a full meal?
I'm like, you talking about the roasted chicken noodles? Like the chicken, the ramen noodles? Like,
Arroz con pollo, dog.
I swear it's arroz con pollo chicken.
I don't know.
Arroz is rice, bro.
Instant lunch. No, I'm talking about the instant
But
lunch.
that makes sense. He talks about those instant lunches. I think those are made with rice.
Why don't you go this way?
No,
That's
just made with rice.
I feel like that's
like
like
a chicken
awkward.
one.
I don't know.
I thought that's what you were
That
saying.
seemed weird.
I don't know. We got Bacardi in the building.
Hey, what's good, everybody? How are we doing
We
today?
doing good, and then we got the birthday guy. We got
Happy
Didge.
birthday
Day to you.
I don't like that. What is
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Diz. How old are you? 22?
29.
Oh my God, dude! You make me feel. I know, but like, Didge has always been the youngest, and now he like getting older. He like a year away from 30, and that just make me feel like extremely old.
Yeah, I'm going
now.
out of town next year. So hopefully podcast they don't drop on that. We gonna have to record earlier.
No, yo, be good. Podcast should be on. Your birthday should be on Saturday.
So yeah, I'm definitely going out of town.
Unless you leave on a
I mean,
Friday.
you was trying to go out of town this time.
I know, but I'm planning it a year in advance, so they know I'm out of town. I'm even in a city near you.
Kobe don't give no fuck about your calendar, nigga.
That new variant. It's gonna be a new variant at that time.
Kobe's gonna be like, oh, that nigga got something planned.
He gonna be like, oh, I'm back.
Was that that Spice had a meme? Like, what
When I see niggas planning for next year, so
All right. Kobe gonna be like, hey, Delta, you go do that, Delta. Go handle that, Delta.
Hey, I'm COVID Junior, yo.
Right.
Kobe Didge. They gonna name it just for you because it just popped up on your birthday.
It ruined my plan.
Ruined
Bro.
your plans.
Cells at work.
This didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. You did. Yeah, you did. Never mind. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Hey,
Hey, that's the second straight.
hey, Liv is so big mama, man. You make sure we all get our motherfucking roses. Nigga. Everybody get their roses at the beginning. Nigga. Like, oh, you ain't
I forgot. Y'all
Bro,
didn't forget.
we've been.
I apologize.
I swear, like I feel like this nigga might have said, "Did you introduce yourself one day?" Like I feel like.
Well, I'll say there's
You gotta introduce yourself. Like,
there's certain things that are automatic. Like the way I end the show, it's like that.
Yeah.
You should always assume that I'm gonna get it done.
We just had
This
so
is
much banter.
automatic.
I'm just happy, man. We doing this
He get lost in
today.
the translation and be like, "Hey, hold on, everybody get their roses. Everybody here."
Hey, but this is the longest intro segment.
Yeah, hey, I mean, I'm happy. It's Friday. You know, it's his birthday. We back with the podcast. You know,
It's the second.
like
It's the second.
Feel like the first of the month, dog.
I mean, yesterday was
well,
the
I mean,
first of the
yesterday
month. That makes
technically, you know what I'm saying.
sense.
Today, you know.
I feel like that like that bone.
Hey, I wake up to
I'm
that.
surprised nobody has made a new first of the month record.
Nobody needs to.
You don't need
I mean, you
Please.
can't,
You
but
know
people
what?
try.
We're gonna have to bleep this out because we don't want nobody to think that they can make a new first of the month
Nobody
record.
tried to flip it.
That's
Nobody,
my alarm every first of the month.
You suck for that.
You lying.
No, I'm not.
Trash yourself for that.
I wake up like, oh, it's the 1st of July.
That's super trash.
It's super.
You was so happy.
This didn't even wake up. He rose like, it's the 1st of the month.
One more day. One off
So,
on the calendar.
Hey, he was trotting through the crib and shit.
No.
He got up yesterday. Fresh.
I don't have that movie calendar that's just right by the bed. No.
It's in the kitchen, nigga. It's right there.
Oh,
What's your
that-
sign,
that
Diz?
red
What's your
circle?
sign?
Cancer.
Okay, I was just gonna say, is it cancer? Okay. Cool.
I
don't know shit about astrology,
I don't.
bro.
I
I
don't.
fuck with it.
I don't know anything
I fuck
about
with
it.
I'm a
You ain't never
sad.
looked up yourself?
Well, I know what I am. I just don't.
What is yours?
I'm a Leo.
Oh yeah, you're a Leo.
Yeah, I know you.
And Ron, you're a
Wait,
Scorpio,
what's that
right?
supposed to mean?
You freaky ass motherfucker, you.
Hey,
That's why Ron's still looking.
Wait.
young.
I didn't know what you mean. Like, oh, I know you.
Y'all trying to say Scorpio's freaky, but it's like we don't even give enough of that kind of energy
do
off
they
of y'all.
say
You
that?
don't
know
need
that.
to.
Bro, I know
You don't.
nothing about
The
I know
Scorpios
shit
don't
about
exude
that.
freaky
I know for
energy
sure
in
he ain't
public.
talking about us.
They do it when they close the door. You freaky motherfucker, you.
No, we're not talking about us right now.
But wait, I want to know what's your beef with Leos, nigga?
Hey, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You the one brought it to the. He was like, oh, I know
There's no
you.
Leos. I've encountered a lot of Leos in my life, so I know a Leo when I see him.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
this is true. This is true.
My ex-wife was a
all
Leo.
our signs align, though. But yeah,
What's your sign again?
Sagittarius. Sagittarius.
This
You
is
know
the
what?
Geekset
My house is balanced.
horoscope hour.
Yeah.
I know.
We do a
Y'all might not know, but Mr. Mercado, he used to be this Spanish dude. He been on the Spanish channel for like 40
I know you're
fucking
talking about.
years.
I watched that show.
You watched the show? You watched the
never-
documentary?
yeah,
Hey, tell me you weren't cold, bro.
That dude was amazing.
Why was he
That
amazing?
dude was amazing.
Hey,
bro.
because he was cold, bro. I don't know what it was.
Cold
about
and what?
him.
Like, what does he do?
He was like this
I
astrology.
don't even know who. Oh,
dude.
okay.
He was like this
Yeah, 'cause I was
astrology.
going to say y'all are so vague. Like, dude could have been a magician.
Right.
He just got-
I'm like, what is he cold
You gotta
with?
look up-
Taxidermist or something.
You just gotta watch the. You just gotta
Oh,
watch the
taxidermy.
documentary.
I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck.
watch the documentary on Walter Mercado. He been on. One thing about Spanish
His name
motherfuckers,
Walter?
though.
Wait, but why
I
do I
just
need to
gotta
watch
throw
the
this out
documentary?
there. One thing
I'ma let
about
him get his
Spanish
shit off, I'll tell
motherfuckers
you.
is that when they have somebody who do something good, that motherfuckers stay on TV till they die. We got a show called Sábado Gigante, Giant Saturday. That motherfucker been on TV for 50 years. He is damn near dying, and he do it every single
just him
Saturday
talking?
night. And Walter Mercado was one of them dudes.
So what is
What's
Giant
Mercado was like
Saturday
the Miss
about?
Cleo of
Giant
astrology.
Saturday was just like a
Miss Cleo was a
huge
fraud.
game show
no,
type
but I mean,
deal.
he was for real.
Okay.
Talk show type
I mean, but it's
deal.
like even Miss Cleo was no different than what you was like just somebody.
He colder
who
than
just-
Miss Cleo.
No, Miss
I'm
Cleo
sorry.
was a fraud. She got outed as an obvious fraud. Like,
Right, but I mean,
And I
but
don't think she was Jamaican.
No, she
Yeah,
wasn't
she was-
Jamaican.
She wasn't none of that. She was just a regular motherfucker.
And she really didn't even know that much about astrology
she
and
was-
stuff like that.
She
She was just
Walter-
making up shit.
Walter knew his calling since he was 8 years old.
Yeah, he thought he had a son like he was
He
really
knew it.
gifted. But it's like
This
Walter,
motherfucker was
though.
on TV forever.
No, I mean that's an accomplishment. I guess I'm just not that into astrology. Like I
I
don't
mean,
know
it's just really
what's
just
the draw.
alignment,
with
just alignment of the time, like your time of birth and the sun and all that kind of stuff. But it kind of like using time and like the stars and how things kind of move with your
Bro, I
sign.
had somebody
they
tell
can kind
me-
of like you can kind of know a lot of your character traits like that really are
Yep.
like dominant.
But
Whatever.
see,
about yourself.
And the people you mesh with.
true.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've been told that like whatever the typical Leo stereotype, that I don't fit a lot of the typical Leo stereotypes.
You a
That's
whole
because
motherfucking lie.
That's what I've been told.
That's a
That's what I've been
goddamn lie.
told.
That is a motherfucking lie. Goddamn it.
Oh.
The day I stopped, I never really did, but that was I probably never is this chick I knew. She assumed she knew my birthday. I don't know what she confused me with, but she was like, "You're such a Gemini," and I was like, "All right."
But that's because you know why? Because you teeter on the border of Gemini and Cancer because your birthday is
your birthday
right
close.
is closer to the
Like, it
Gemini
just
side
ended. It swapped, so
than
you
what
can
it
be-
is. So it's
when
like
she told me that, I was like, "All right." I could have sworn somebody told me I was a Cancer before, but okay.
no,
I mean, you a Cancer.
yeah, you a
And
Cancer,
she
you a
was-
Cancer motherfucker. But sometimes you exude a couple of
But
Gemini
I mean, it goes even
qualities.
deeper than that because I mean, it's like your rising and your sunset. Like you know, what I'm saying, like you can have like.
See,
I
that
give
wasn't
all
something
of
that
my
was
other
happening
signs.
growing
Like,
up.
know
I
my
heard
other
that
signs.
like 2 years ago, and I was like, "Dog, this too much now."
I
I didn't know version 1.
I didn't know these niggas was that spiritual. Like, I didn't know y'all was that
it
connected
goes-
with y'all
I thought
astrology.
he was. I be seeing him posted. I'm like, "Ugh."
I'm a
You ready
worldly.
to go ahead at me?
I do. I was like, "Ugh."
That's how you feel?
Nah.
I must miss those.
You
What's
what's
the
this government ass birthday construct that you got going out here? Then
I don't never see.
you all walk your way your life together. You
Bro,
all
bro.
walk your way to death, nigga.
Ron put me on to the best IG
Oh,
page
that
ever.
every nigga one? Every nigga IG.
Every time I see something they won't post today, I'll be like, this motherfucker is the goddamn truth right here.
Dog, every nigga deserves is my favorite.
it is.
Shout out to Hanan. Hanan put me on it. Hanan literally shared it with me, like on my IG, like DM me, like just one of the things, and I was like, this is amazing.
It's like daily affirmations.
It definitely is
daily affirmations. That's what it is.
It was like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
just but then
I
it's
just
incredible.
follow it vicariously through you. I just see you post like,
I don't go heavy with it. I like whatever maybe one random on my feed that I just like. And I'm like, it's perfect for today. Bam. Everybody, you know
and it be fitting. I'd be like, bro, that's
it just fit, dog. Man. I love it. Every nigga deserves.
Yeah.
So I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like I've veered heavily into more spirituality and trying to learn more into that realm, and not really into astrology, but more actually into like our ancestors and things, like, you know what I'm saying, like try to get on my Nipsey shit a little bit.
Well, see, I'm more into that than the astrology part.
They all kind of go in a they have.
I don't see the connection, and see that's where I don't see the connection yet. With astrology and that.
That's
I love it. I love astrology. I sincerely believe like the galaxy is like my god, because the fucking space is so goddamn huge. Like everything that comes from it is so unexplained.
Now
it's
that,
something, and it's just amazing. So to see,
I guess more the signs.
These signs though, but these signs though are star patterns. They're in the sky. They're star patterns.
Saying that, but he's saying the astrology portion of it is like.
Yeah,
and that honestly,
I guess like the characteristic traits of like the Leos, stuff like that stuff. I don't.
You know what made you?
I don't subscribe to that.
But what made me a believer?
But they use that also in spirituality. Like all of that still is part of like knowing your sun, moon, the rising, and everything. That all flows all together.
And do this.
And I guess I'm not there yet.
Because this is what convinced me. Like there are signs that align, that match up perfectly, and stay around you. Do just like a consensus of the people that you're closest with, see what their signs are, and then look it up and see how you align. For example, mine are Geminis. Like that's my main one. Aries and Scorpio. Like those are the three ones that like I can build bonds with.
Right.
Rocky's a Gemini. A majority of my friends are really close friends have been Gemini or Capricorns too. I forgot Capricorns and Scorpios, and even Aries gets mixed in there. Look into that. Okay. That then you'll be like, oh shit, because you tend to gravitate to those signs. Right. Like my house is balanced.
So, but I guess the only reason why I think of it differently, and because I'm like, so the reaction Ron had about Leos. I've seen people have that reaction, but then they be legit shocked. They're like, "Well, damn, nigga, you a Leo?" They're like, because I guess. But
see, you're actually out of. I mean, it's like as far as I've gotten, and just learning. Like I haven't asked everybody I know, like what their signs were, or whatever. But I know you were a Leo, but you're the first guy Leo that I've had. That I've actually interacted with.
When's your birthday?
August 14th.
I ain't gonna lie.
You're towards the end of August. So what's the next sign after Leo?
I don't know, dude. I fuck with being a Leo. As
Virgo.
obvious as me having
that's probably
the tattoo.
Could be why. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. Mine stemmed from the fact that I ain't finna let something as trivial as the day that I was born let people say, "Oh, I know who you are."
No, I mean,
I ain't gonna lie. But it stemmed from that. No, because somebody told me that. They was like, "Oh, you a Cancer. I know exactly what to do with you." And I was like, "No, you don't, because you don't know who the fuck I am." Like, I'm not letting that happen.
I mean, it's not really like it's really. That's what I'm saying. Like. And that's why I said it, that's why like a lot of dudes be scared about it, because most women are in that realm.
So women subscribe to that heavily.
When you get Erykah Badu, she be like, "Hey, what's your birthday? What's your time?"
You better say the right one.
Yeah, you
well, hey, again, shout out to fucking to Deborah Wilson. That was one of the first questions she asked me.
Yo, did she? Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Like when they do all that,
and she gives big Erykah Badu energy right now.
But that's how you pretty much get. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you get into that, it don't never really be being like, I know how you are, but it definitely like when it was done to me, it let me know like how like a lot of my traits of how I am. Like even though I'm saying like even though I wasn't trying to give her like the whole like you did that just kind of
bothered me. He got a moment with, because again, like I said, I
don't want to be predictable.
But like I said, I've gotten that.
Somebody said, "Hey, I know how you are." Because they heard what kind of sign I am.
Well, see, and that's why I said mine's is vice versa, bitch. People have told me like, "Oh, you not like other Leos that I've met."
But see, they got to know you first. This was, I know how you are. You don't know who I am.
But see, that's the thing.
But this is like, fuck this sign, bitch.
But see, the thing about it. The thing that's like, yo, like, look, these are like, we don't do no motherfucking labels. Like, and I was like, but the bust out of it is like when you break down all of the signs, like all of the actual like parts of like one, like your sign, like your actual sign isn't all of you. You know what I'm saying? That's why they have like the sun, moon. Like there's three.
See, that's
there's
a
three
lot.
initial signs of you.
Yeah.
Each sign has its own kind of like. It's like it's broken really, really farther down. But it's like, so if you really want to learn about yourself, you can go through that.
Man, it took me long enough to learn about myself without that. Learn about myself again.
I mean, but you learn in a more enlightened way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you just want to live out the Hallmark construct and like live your life.
Bro, it ain't no Hallmark
You know what I'm saying?
construct.
You just want to just be like, my birthday is my birthday. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to thank your ancestors for guiding you through another year. You know what I'm saying?
I do that.
You don't want to thank the earth and the people. You know what I'm saying?
I do that.
You know what I'm saying?
But I also like to say I ain't predetermined by nothing.
All right, well, that is a great segue talking about predetermined. Let's get into some Loki because Loki, that's pretty much no. He doesn't want to be determined. He's trying to say that look, my life ain't written out by the TVA, you know, because that's what I mean. The time keep. But let's talk about Loki. So
we're on 3 and 4
on 3 and 4?
because we did 1 and 2 last
4.
episode.
So 3 was the big reveal. I guess not the big reveal, but like
3 was a boring episode.
I don't think so.
3 will.
I like it.
3 was the episode.
Still my favorite episode
between him and
yeah, the banter between them.
Yeah,
You really thought that was? You really liked that?
Yeah.
one?
I like that a
I
lot.
thought that was the weakest one up to date.
it gave us then why am I blanking on her name?
Who?
Agatha?
No,
Agatha.
I don't know who you're talking about.
We're
like,
talking
in
about
general.
Loki,
I know
bro.
that I'm
The
saying.
girl.
Oh,
I
you
wanna
said
know how
it
you
gave
got
me
there.
We're
such
talking
and such
about Lady
vibe.
Loki. How did you get to Agatha?
Shelby.
So his thing,
Shelby.
Sylvie's her name.
Sylvie.
But his thing was, it gave me. He kept saying it gave me vibes of. So why would I think he's talking about
No,
the person?
I didn't say wow. I said it gave us the backstory.
That makes more sense. So I'm just thinking you're talking about something completely different.
No.
I think episode 4 gave us the back.
No,
story.
episode the back.
But it
But
gave
this
you
gave-
it gave you the interaction of them two together. It gave you she was still even though she was trying not to say stuff, she was still giving away certain stuff.
Yeah. And I remember at that before that we assumed that she knew all of the TVA. Like she was there for a while. Remember we thought that she was a
Right.
variant. That's what we talked about. We said it. We said that we thought that she may have been a previous variant.
I thought we were talking about she was Enchantress.
No, we did say that, but we was like, how does she know how to take down the TVA? And so that's why we were saying that she knew. But then we found out in episode 3 that she just knew of the TVA. She didn't even know how to get around. She didn't have the knowledge that her power doesn't work. Because she tried to use it and she was shocked that her power didn't work. So like we got a lot of answers out of this episode in episode 3 that I thought was dope.
I thought it was. I liked it because I really liked the interaction between them two.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was telling you guys
Yeah.
earlier. I don't know where they're gonna go with to the end of this, but I do hope that her character can sort of come back because I do like her character.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever, I just got to throw this out there. Whoever thought about, whoever came up with the idea or the thought about time skipping to an apocalypse and doing whatever you want to do because it doesn't matter is an absolute
genius.
fucking genius. Because
Chef's
I
kiss.
never ever would
Right.
have thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you
that was-
can literally go and kill everybody, and it don't mean shit because the
the time's
apocalypse is
ending.
gonna take it anyway. You can do anything
I
in
like how
that
they
moment.
did it. Also,
Wow.
I
That's
like how they
crazy.
did it where the this place is apocalypse, so it's not even like the
Yeah.
entire universe has to go. It's okay.
It's
Pompeii.
big disasters,
Like
yeah.
Pompeii is about
That
to be
is
white.
even
so I
fucking-
because like I like how it's not like this loophole is that you got to go to when the whole world's like when
Yeah.
the entire universe is fucked up.
No, it's just literally
Pompeii
a
about to be wiped
mass
off the
event,
map.
yeah.
So
Dog,
go do
I
whatever.
think that
That's
was-
genius.
For as long as we have been watching shows, cartoons,
With time
I
travel?
don't think any of that was
But see,
ever introduced.
and what I
in
like-
any.
Time travel.
and what I
That
like
is just like
But
mind-blowing.
remember Avengers, they kind of set it up for us to look at time travel different because for the longest
they kept
we lived
talking about-
we lived off of the butterfly effect and like Back to the Future rules.
Yeah.
So when the Hulk was like, that's not it. Like when you go back and you start this timeline, this is a different timeline. It still is not your. It's not.
But is that really? I gotta throw this in. Is that really how we really? How do I explain this? Because
The masses.
multiverses and
the butterfly effect, that view of time travel I think that was pretty universally.
That's the
That one, I think that was pretty universally accepted.
And I'm trying to recall that one, but.
Pretty much,
but I don't. But
here's
what we're dealing with.
I know.
No. This is.
I just want to tell you what the butterfly effect is.
No, I gotta just let me just get this one thing off. Time travel before, we never viewed time travel and multiverses as
no. I know we didn't.
And I think that's sort of what he's saying.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
It's like
Whereas,
we didn't, and when that's what the Hulk Professor Hulk was explaining, because at the joke was we're going off the butterfly effect or what happened in Back to the Future.
That was
so
sort of typically is the pretty much universally accepted. That was what time
butterfly
travel
effect pretty much. If you go back in time, no matter what you do, it's going to cause a massive change.
Yes.
That's what the butterfly effect was. It was like saying like if you kill a butterfly, that in the future.
But here's what I don't understand then, because the way Marvel is making the timeline beat is like it's layered. Everything happens. Hold on. Everything happens at the same time, right? Yeah. But there's like different variants.
I don't think it's a time. I don't think it's a true timeline.
I think it's more Rick and Morty.
I'm thinking of.
Have you been watching Rick and Morty?
No. I'm still sticking on Marvel because I'm thinking of
Marvel's
Ultimate Universe.
If you've been watching Rick and Morty,
Marvel's Ultimate Universe was just a different universe.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a timeline thing, but to bring it all in, they did the whole battle world. They destroyed it. They brought and they kept certain characters.
I got an explanation,
and they brought it in, and it almost feels like if they might they're going that way because that would be that was considered a multiverse.
Yep. So
same with Miles Morales. Yep. His multiverses aren't on time.
I think they're trying to. I'll let you go because you've been waiting.
So Rick and Morty, you know about Rick and Morty.
Yeah. Right? I never watched it though.
Oh, okay.
I'm not trash.
So Rick and
Morty.
No, I'm not.
Rick and Morty's so fucking dope.
Definitely.
Well, so let me finish. We'll get into that.
Oh yeah.
So Rick and Morty's timeline. Let's use this. Let's say this was the timeline, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much everything is happening exactly the same with slight differences, right? So like this moment may be happening, but
that's what Marvel's doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what but the way Rick and Morty they go into an explanation of it. Rick says he's like there's really no no multiverse or what? No, there's no future or alternate universe. He said it's the multiverse. He said what it is it's the same thing happening on just different wavelengths with slight differences. So this moment will be happening, but instead maybe we are all girls or women, or this may be happening and then Didge may be here and
I get it. Yeah,
like so. And then so every time something happens, it's
movies,
just a little bit different. And so they did one episode where Morty had like a rewind, but like you can say go to the last save point. So he thought he was just going back to the save points, but what it really was happening was he was killing off people from other timelines in order to bring that being within it. So that's how they was explaining it, is like, and that's what I think Marvel's doing. It's like it's really not multiverses. It's all these things happening, but the variant is we're doing the same thing, and then
it's still a multiverse.
It is,
though.
yeah.
Still that's
I think like
but
pretty
just
much
in time.
Yeah.
I think.
But I think that's the reason why they're calling it time,
and that's why they're calling it variant. A variant is just something different.
Yeah.
Right.
And like their shit makes sense to me. Like I think that puts things.
Marvel was the first one that gave us a legit.
But I wouldn't say it's like legit time travel because
there's no such thing as legit time travel.
I don't think that they're.
But
I get what he's saying.
But they mix it in with a timeline too.
See, I think that's more so.
I think it's just traveling back to that time. I don't think it's time. It's time travel, but what it is
you're not time traveling, and you're sort of creating.
You're just.
I think I answered my question.
You're getting.
I think I just answered my question.
Because McCarty hasn't said anything in a while. Let's let him go.
I'm just trying to like the biggest comparison. Well, not comparison, but like the Back to the Future shit is literally because it's always based on a linear, and after a while,
linear. That's
after a while you can't do shit with it because what people never actually realize is like that would mean that there's always a timeline, that there's a fucking car that goes back to time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the timeline is more so all the things need to be happening, like all these variants need to be happening. You fucked up this portion, so we need to fix that.
But what's so weird is like.
You done?
What like have
no,
they?
He was not.
Have I missed something? Like
fault.
did they? And my bad, but this gives me this question: like, did I miss something during these episodes? Are they telling us the TVA is managing multiple timelines?
No,
the TVA
or are they managing the timeline that we know as MCU? Because
that's the sacred timeline.
How do all of these variants just show up. Because when they captured old girl, it looked like she was just living her regular life.
She was.
So that's why I said I think that the sacred timeline, like we're seeing that portion of what we see in the MCU.
Everything we saw so far is technically the sacred
but
timeline.
I think it's more than that. I think the sacred timeline is all of these events, because they gave that like where how much it can break up before it becomes a Nexus event.
Right.
So I think all of these things within that range is supposed to be happening, maybe concurrently, maybe not, maybe through a whole different thing, whatever. But I think all of those are supposed to be happening in a certain way. That's the sacred timeline where there are still multiple universes. Mm-hmm. But it's not just one single thread of things, because that wouldn't make sense.
Well, so
then what would have caused this variant of Loki coming out as a female?
Well, see, and what Didge is saying makes sense, because I was thinking about this. If Loki in that moment didn't take the Tesseract, and jump out of that timeline, then that would have been fine. That would still would have just been the same timeline, because what they literally did was they was in the sacred timeline. They went back. And if Loki wouldn't have did that, even though they was making the change, what would have happened? It would have kind of went like that, and it would have still been the same, but it would have been okay within the realm. But because
Loki actually left,
because with this is supposed to, because them going back in time, no matter what, was going to change it. So them going back in time was already going to cause this. But then when Loki left, then that caused an extra one. Like, wait a minute, that's not supposed to happen in that, and that's what messed it up. Because and what Didge point is saying, the sacred timeline is multiple times.
But here's the thing, though, like when they went back in time, they went back to their own time. They didn't go back to some other universe because we
don't know that. We assume that.
Well, it has to be, because everything was so the way. This is the thing, though. This is what's confusing me with all these different variants. Everything that's happening is like it's not like time mapped. Like it's not like,
even though we saw them go back, we don't know.
Like the girl she was living was confused as the girl was living her own life.
But we don't know how far they went back. To be fair, So what I'm saying
when would Loki have been a girl
from birth?
Remember he would play.
And that's the whole thing. Loki could play tricks. He could change himself to anything.
Remember when his dad found him, he was blue.
That's how he was built. That's what he made himself.
No, he made himself to look like his, because the frost giant.
In that one, she was talking.
He is a frost giant.
I know.
No, but I'm saying, remember in that one, she was talking about she didn't know her mother, but she grew up with, like, she talked about how being with the Valkyrie.
So that changes it. That makes her a whole new person.
No. Remember, Loki can change how he looks.
So
and so the thing about it is, she in that timeline, she admired the Valkyrie. So why would she make herself want to look like
be like them? She wants
because
to be
remember
like them.
when he was living with the frost giants, when his father, he was frost giant, but
so he stayed normal.
Giant. But as soon as he saw his new dad, he turned into a human, and now he's trying to embody what they are. That's what Loki does. I think it happens at birth. I think it happens at the beginning.
Are we assuming that the Loki that we know right now was a girl when he was a little kid?
It's fluid. He can change it to whatever.
That's why they made sure to say that he is fluid because
he can change to whatever.
He can change his entire body.
I mean, you gotta look at that dynamic already. It's like, I mean, she grew up without her mother.
He loves her though.
Like she grew up without her mother.
We'll get into that. That's a whole different.
Me and Didge didn't even get. Here's the thing, though.
You jumping ahead?
No, I'm not jumping ahead because Ron just brought something up about her saying she grew up without her mother, but she was taken away at 8 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why she grew up without her mother.
Who did Loki grow up without?
Her father. I mean, his father.
No, he had both parents. His mother didn't die until he was an adult, and he didn't even know that. He didn't even know that her mother died.
No.
So that don't make. That's a whole different story.
No, what we're saying is the reason why she probably went through the girl. Yes, she didn't have her mother, but she grew up idolizing the Valkyrie, which is all women.
But
you also remember she grew up literally knowing she was orphaned.
But
she grew up in a loving family.
I understand what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to understand is, do y'all think like the Loki we know from the MCU? You're telling me that was him?
No.
That's a variant.
No, it's a variant.
But
two different timelines.
So as a baby, as a baby, Loki came out. Maybe his
start off blue, frost giant.
He was because he was born a frost giant.
In every timeline, he starts off as a frost giant.
When at that point where it changes, we don't know. Yeah, when the frost giants were beat, he ran into Odin. All of them, so he wanted to become a male like them. That's what he idolized.
Did you watch the last episode?
And then,
I'm trying to understand something. Though.
And then in her time, instead of it being Odin and all them who may have defeated the Frost Giants, because she so idolized the Valkyries, the idea is she idolized them. She wanted to be like them.
But what I want to establish, this is two completely separate entities.
Yes.
It's a variant.
Yes.
No, I know.
This is not even the same Loki that's in the actual.
See, I know. What you're getting.
So you're thinking everything has to still be one until that split?
No. I'm just trying to make sure, like, I understand we're on the same page.
Everything has to be one until that split?
No, that's the thing that's confusing about their timeline is that everything is different. Everybody is somebody different.
I think that's supposed. I think
it's supposed to be like that.
There's a number of multiverses.
So let's say this is it.
Lines.
The sacred timeline is not the middle one. The sacred timeline is
that square.
The whole square moving in full.
When things start moving,
but why would they take her out of her own timeline?
We don't know.
That's the point.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We thought it was because she probably something, but now shit's looking sketchy.
It can't be. We know it can't be because she was female. Because why would you take her after she probably was 8 or 9 there? Why would you wait 8 or 9 years to take her? You took her at birth. So we know it's not that.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. Because I was telling Raquel about what I think they took her for.
I think we really can't answer until we talk about the 4th episode.
I think that
I do think we need to jump into the 4th.
Yeah, we're still on the 3rd. You jumped way to the 4th.
We're still on.
That's why I kept on telling you jumped far ahead.
Because it's interesting how they call it a timeline, but the way it's being presented, like when you nitpick and you try to break it down, it feel like
y'all putting time in such a fucking concept.
It feel like a different universe, but time and universe are two different locations.
Why are you trusting the TVA saying that it's
That's what I was gonna say.
Why are you trusting them?
The TVA. Now I'm doubting the whole sacred timeline shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to. Like, there's no.
I mean, you should.
linear time.
But
different universe.
We'll get there. We still got to talk about 3.
We were still, but
like, so you should be down TVA anyway. We don't have to strange to give us the shit about the.
Well, at first I wasn't down the TVA until episode 4. And I
always thought the TVA.
No, 3 was one because 1 and 2 I was just like.
Well, 3 was because that's when we learned that that's when we learned that everybody's a variant.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
I was like, they sketchy.
But up until that point,
well, because 1 and 2 we knew. They didn't seem like up.
1 and 2, I just assumed that they were pencil pushers. No lie.
I really thought they were a legit organized.
Yeah, just pencil pushers. I thought it was legit.
I didn't think they were nefarious. I'm like, there's something different. They not just. I thought I ain't gonna lie. I had wild theories.
Well, because I told y'all my theories. All my theories is out the window now.
When I first saw them, I thought it was. I didn't think it was like you said. I didn't think it was nefarious, but I thought it was a construct created to do something.
Oh, I definitely created.
So I really thought it was like. I thought it was going to be
people, but I thought that in a sense,
didn't think that.
I thought though in a sense though it was just like that's just what we saw. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I thought it was going to be like the new Shield. Like,
I didn't think that.
Like, you thought Loki was going to have his own show saving some timeline.
I thought they was literally just like pencil pushers protecting the timeline. Now the higher ups. Now the people who was running it, I was like whoever's behind it is probably. But these people, they're probably just all pencil pushers.
But that's why I thought like there was. I don't say necessarily there's something weird.
But that's why I said I thought.
Well, yeah, we got to get this episode 4 to say that.
Right. Well, that's what I said when Loki did the first tour of it, and he was like, "Is this the strongest?" You know what I'm saying? It gave you that sense from that statement, like regardless of how these people are acting. I feel like we were talking about movies, like this motherfucker gotta have powers. So like you got to give these niggas something other than them being just regular people. You know? Like, and the fact that it was like, well, the TV creators. So I'm like, well, if these motherfuckers are strong enough to make y'all, then they can make y'all.
They making life. They making y'all beasties.
If y'all just shooting dice with the motherfucking powers, like with the stones, like
the stones, niggas got it on chains and shit. Like this.
Look at my wife a new bracelet. Look at that. Got the red. Got the red stone.
Like niggas just shake reds. Like they just shake reds out over the galaxy.
Right. Like, they out here skipping stones in the water.
So when you think about that, that's what it was. When you think about something that we've spent so much time on, looking at all powerful and seeing an organization of pencil pushers like, oh, we got drawers of these. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, these niggas OP is a bitch, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but to continue with episode 3 though,
that's when we first figured out that they were. They were variants.
They were variants. But I also did just like that whole city destruction arc, bro.
That shit was tight. That was tight.
I liked it just because the whole city destruction.
Oh yeah, that run was go.
I really like Loki.
I really thought
did they shoot that in one shot? Was I tripping or because it looked like they kind of shot it in one shot?
I thought
with him running around.
Yeah, I thought they shot in one shot too.
I don't know. I gotta watch it again. I'm pretty sure they did. That was a code shot.
And then that subtle flex, you forget Loki got powers, and that nigga stopped the whole building. I was like, oh shit.
I thought he used the time stone to push that motherfucker back. Like I thought he actually.
He don't got none of that.
But I thought
because they were all there, so we don't.
I had assumed that he was using them on the universe.
He took one.
Like he was like because he hasn't like it was different. I guess for me, I didn't look at it as that it was still cracked. I feel like he put it all back up and it looked like he had turned right back into the regular building again.
Oh, I gotta go back and watch it then.
I think I saw. I
thought he just stopped it and pushed it.
Even with his powers.
Yeah, he could do that with his powers though.
Because remember, he still got magic.
But I mean, is magic really like he can repair a building?
I don't know. He was doing mad shit.
We saw the shit that
Loki.
Witch was doing.
He can make himself multiple.
Remember when Loki first came out? Before we got when Loki first hit, the Avengers was stressed.
Yeah, they were. They had plenty of stress. Not once, but twice.
Even
and
going
through
back,
Thor.
before we get to 4, even going back quickly into the variant thing of Loki, what I really do like about this Loki is, like I said, what people keep realizing, people really keep trying to really align this Loki with the MCU Loki, the one that was stressing everybody out.
True.
Yeah,
no, well, the one
because he has the same.
But this is the same
Loki.
Loki.
No, but he done had a growth beyond that. This Loki hasn't went through anything beyond Avengers.
Remember, this is the
That's
Loki.
it.
Dog, he's been through so much in these 3 episodes he already reminds me of the Loki that met Thanos.
True.
Because
they kind of fast tracked. He said they kind of fast tracked his growth.
But what I'm saying about saying the same one, it's because I strongly believe it's the same Loki from the same timeline, the one that got killed by Thanos, except that one thing happened and caused an event. That's
right, but this is why he's a variant though, because.
But he's a variant only because what was supposed to happen next, exactly in the movie, didn't happen.
You know what their time travel reminds me a lot of? The Dragon Ball one. Every time something happens, it's just a new timeline.
Yeah.
Like how Dragon Ball, you talking about?
That's what I assumed. When I first saw the trailer, I said this is Time Patrol.
Even the Trump
Trump.
Like when they did Loki, and I realized the TV, I said, "Nigga, are they doing the Trump?"
That's what I said too. I said the same thing.
But it's like real life, just that.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said this Loki now. We don't know where this Loki's going to come back into the.
Well,
I feel like he's going to be a good guy Loki. I gotta remember they've all the stress.
I don't think he's going to make it back.
Wait, hold on. I got one thing to say about this Loki, because this is what's weird about this Loki and different about this Loki. Remember the Loki that we saw? They had the whole. Where he had his redemption with his dad, found out he was a frost giant, feeling bad about his mom. There was a whole lot that happened in that original timeline that this Loki didn't go through.
But he's seen it.
He saw it.
But what I'm saying is that he's still becoming the same person.
Oh, no, he is becoming.
Because he's from the same.
He saw
at the beginning. Remember, he saw the video. Remember,
that's what I said. That's what makes I feel like the Loki everyone was attached to changed the minute he saw the rest of his life.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the variant of the Loki.
Well, you got to remember,
this Loki is a variant because he knew he died.
Well, even
this Loki that know, damn, I died. Like I don't want to be that nigga that died now. Like you know what I'm saying?
Go back and watch the first episode and how cocky he was up until that point.
And then he saw.
It really humbled.
That was the first Loki.
He saw the Ragnarok.
That was the first gen.
It was the Ragnarok death toll that he saw. When he saw that fucked him up too.
I think that, and then he saw how no matter what everything. Because remember, at this point, he just went against Thor.
Yeah.
Him and Thor was just at their most odds because it's after Thor
so and Avengers. He saw they had patched it up.
He saw the patch up, but he saw how broken Thor was over his death. That probably was like shit.
Like he saw how much shit he did.
Yeah,
like how much destruction he did and that's why that's why I said this.
So that death toll fucked him up.
We like this Loki because he's actually more human than he.
Yes,
it's the last Loki we know. The last Loki was more human.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. By towards the end. Matter of fact, that beginning of Endgame.
Before he got killed.
No, Infinity War.
Yeah, he died in Infinity War, not Endgame. Beginning of Infinity War. Like at that moment, like niggas, you legit felt bad for Loki, and Loki was the villain. But you felt bad.
I definitely remember. When he died, I'm like, no!
Yeah. Right. And it was so like this nigga did so much to these niggas.
Well, because
it was so easy.
He went through so much
like,
can't take him out like that.
like
In Endgame?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, when
Like,
you
damn,
think,
Thanos. But it was Thanos, you know?
Like, it's really cold because like,
Dog, right off the rip, I know we're going backward, but right off the rip, in that moment, Thanos showed that I don't give a fuck what power you got, I can kill you. I don't give a fuck how strong you are, I can beat your ass. Like within 5 minutes, we got Thanos. Like, wait a minute, you put the brakes off on Hulk, and you snap the Loki.
yeah,
that was a great intro.
like that's what I'm saying. Like now that I think about it though, like out of the MCU universe that they've created, Loki pretty much has the best growth.
Oh yeah, his arc is
Like
crazy.
his arc is crazy. Like the fact that even and now when you go into the Loki show, like having his own show, and getting another character development of him, like you're literally getting a whole new.
So
that's why
episode
if they
4,
put
I
him
guess we
into,
should
if they
get
put him
into-
back into the universe, it will be a different Loki. Like it will be.
Well, yeah.
So episode 4, you wanna? I don't.
Are we done with 3?
I
mean,
think
make sure
You
you're
know,
done.
there wasn't really much on 3.
He didn't really like 3.
3 was more character development, understanding.
Also,
I think
understanding the
like
two
making
Lokis.
us wonder what
Oh,
the
yeah,
fuck.
Understanding the two Lokis.
Oh yeah, because I guess that was what it because
and that was when people first started talking about, oh, are they gonna ship them together?
What do you mean?
Like have them in a relationship.
Oh yeah.
So wait, let's talk about because Liv had an issue with
Liv-
that.
yeah, Liv had an
so
issue
my
with
thing is I was like the reason why you
say
you
you
brought
didn't
it
like-
up. You didn't like the fact that
You like the fact
two
that
Lokis
they
was-
think the two Loki
like each
and they
other?
are.
No.
Oh, I thought you
because
could say that.
my thing is that's the most Loki-ish shit ever. Loki's gonna only fall in love with
I got
himself.
into it with somebody online about that. They was like, "This is so weird." Blah blah blah. Loki
is fluid,
But
bro.
no, it wasn't
like
even
water.
Not even the fluid.
It wasn't even
It's
that.
just-
It's just so weird that Loki's gonna go with like a female version of himself. So I was like, but you agree Loki is a narcissist, right? She's like, yeah. And I was like, do you know the story of narcissist? The person who created that term or got that term named after them? He literally fell in love with himself and fell into water because he was so in love with his reflection.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the most Loki shit.
Oh, you never knew the story about it?
It's a Greek myth.
Yeah.
Where the story of his name's like Narcissus.
Yeah.
He was so I think he got enchanted by the gods most likely, but he was so in love with himself that he saw his reflection in the river and drowned trying to kiss himself. Because he was so in love with his own reflection.
himself.
God damn.
So
you
that's why they say a
sensitive as
narcissist.
motherfucker, fam. Men sensitive as a motherfucker. We don't be want to express it, but nigga, we die for ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
So a narcissist, somebody who's so in love with himself. So
Of course Loki gonna fall in love with him.
Loki saw a female version of him.
And you got to think they both judging each other.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I'm
They
saying.
both think they the superior.
Yeah,
You're like,
they doing that. He's probably like, girl.
And y'all fighting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all
Y'all
fighting
fighting
together.
together?
Like the heat of passion. You know what
Bro,
I'm saying? Like
she done made sure she asked him, is he okay and shit?
yeah, they saving each other. At one
of
point,
course,
They saw the end of the world with each other.
they saw
They
the end of
sat
the
there.
world.
They accepted that we about to die together.
Yeah.
We gonna sit here and just watch.
like,
Of course, the Lokis, both of them, they probably thinking like, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for.
like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what, so it's like I saw it in the beginning. It gave me Fighting Vipers vibes when they was fighting each other. I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, I kinda thought it.
I thought they was gonna be doing it way back then. I thought they was gonna be doing it this moment. Like
The fucked up part is, I was like, you know what? Go for it. Fuck it.
I was like,
Go for it.
I pretty much said the same thing. I was like, go ahead and go do you, dog.
I mean, but what
Go do you.
What's crazy?
Go
though,
do you.
Like, what's crazy though, like this Disney giving it to you though. Like that was crazy though.
I didn't even think about it being Disney.
Like
I
when you
was
put the
just-
Like,
lights
is that
together
even incest?
for
It's masturbation.
How do you call
I
that?
guess.
Dog just came up with a whole new relationship word. Like,
masturbation shit.
like
That's true.
you
guys.
single? No, masturbation.
I'm in a masturbation shit.
Fuck myself.
Hey, you finna give a lot of power to niggas, man.
You heard it here first.
A lot of toy players, a lot of hand grabbers, man. But
That's
it be like, I'm in a masturbation
It's
shit.
like, it's you. So it's like, what else could it be?
I mean, we saw it with, no, because that was two different people. No, because that was a totally different person. I was gonna say with from the boys,
Totally different person.
totally different person though. This really is Loki, another
The
Loki.
you know the
Yeah.
The
Homelander
shapeshifting
scene.
dude, the
Yeah.
Homelander scene, yeah. This literally is just another Loki. I mean, but I saw it though. Like, even when everybody talking about this nigga fuck the horse and they gave like
That too, like
bro,
fam,
Loki did. They wrote Loki doing wild shit.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't understand how y'all,
Loki in Norse mythology and Marvel, niggas just did what he wanted.
like he's Loki, bro. Like,
So all right. So see
Episode
4. So that's when we like now, like I said, they get
caught.
They get caught.
So we thought it was the end of the world. We thought I didn't.
But-
Did y'all really think? So what else I was talking about this? Or was I talking to Mark? I can't remember what I was talking to somebody about. I was talking to Marcus when I was getting married. We were talking about, because I was like, we thought they was finna go into a loop. That's when I thought talking about the time stone, about the end of the thing. And I
thought he had the time pad. I thought remember how it was broken? I thought he just showed her an illusion. I thought he had.
I did that too. Like that. It was so many things.
I forgot that he does illusions, bro.
There was so many things at the end of the third episode where I was like, we thought that he was using her. And he showed her the fake. Because I mean, you rolled out. And it was like, that was just too obvious. Like,
I figured.
You know what I'm saying?
I forgot that he does illusions.
Well,
I forgot all
It
about
seemed
that.
like it really broke.
And she believed it so quickly. Like, she just believed it immediately.
That was at the beginning when they both didn't trust each other. She probably doesn't know his powers.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, of course he showed her an illusion. But then at the end when he's like, look, I got us. You know, I didn't think I could trust you. They went through their whole heart to heart. And I was like, all right, that makes sense. Then when it didn't happen, I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, see, I forgot the illusions because we got so much more growth of Loki.
Yeah.
I forgot that illusions was his shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. So that's why I said, like,
Because that used to be his go-to.
Yeah.
That was his committed wave.
When he put the building back up, that's why I was like, that was me. We were thinking like, you think he was the time stone? So we thinking that because they missed it. We was like, it was gonna be another rewind. It was gonna be a rewind. Like, he's gonna tell her, like, that's why, like, we thought that he was gonna realize that, because we only knew that it didn't work in TVA. But any stone, like, so they was giving the nigga the stones. Like, you can take whatever you want.
Right.
So he could have came to any universe and, like, have a pocket full of stones.
Got a pocket full of
I
stones.
mean,
Give it away.
so that's like,
Give it away.
No, he couldn't have, because remember, that shit would kill motherfuckers.
It was. Oh yeah.
You don't think Loki was powerful enough?
Not for all of them.
We don't know.
Nobody is.
I mean, this nigga don't got no blood.
Thanos had to make a glove for
Oh,
it.
well, yeah, I
That
guess
is true.
I get
But
He can't just roll pocket. You guys doing roll pocket stones?
He popped them out his pocket. Hold on, bro.
Like nigga, you can't just roll pocket stones, nigga.
I forgot immediately that
He
they was
snapped in that motherfucker. Fucked his ass
That
up.
nigga said.
immediately that would just be raw pocket.
Because I mean, for the TVA and how the show and everything was put together, him taking at least a time stone would have made sense. Because it'd have been like, he can always kind of like, if he gets on universe, then he can probably fuck with time. And if he's already learned the whole thing, apocalypse shit, it's like knocking you the time stone. You know what I'm saying?
Woody had grabbed it, because remember, even when he got to the TVA, he held the Tesseract, which was the stone within it, right?
Yeah,
so like there was no
stone.
casing, so it was like Wood. Up until that point, remember, he still thought the stones were all powerful. So I don't think he's going to grab that stone.
Oh, maybe he thought
he may go back.
something.
He may go back try to find the Tesseract, but he ain't going to just grab the raw stone because he still knows what the stones do.
That makes sense. So
Yeah.
so that's what I said. So fourth episode when it started, when I for me that was an immediate surprise. Like, okay, definitely wasn't no time stone shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, definitely wasn't no time stone shit. It's like, so I thought they really was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thing. I didn't actually have no theory at all that they was gonna make it.
But then we start seeing some of the seed of doubt from some of the TVA agents. Old girl, like she start asking Loki questions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah, the
more
first
like,
question.
like what did she tell you? And you can see her contemplating, trying to figure out like. Because,
well, I think she already knows.
Well, I don't think she already knew, but
No,
I think she.
we all forgot about her.
No, she knew.
We forgot about her.
But she knew. See, she knew the other one. That was after he told her. That was after she already told him that she was gone. She was dead.
No, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking
about Renslayer, right?
Yeah.
Because that's who was asking. Yeah, she already knew that. She already knew that the one who was the captive in episode 3 got hurt, started getting some memories. So that's why.
Well, she didn't know it was memory. She just knew that remember, because the report was she was just rambling and she was saying it was real.
Well, remember
Renslayer wasn't there.
She was there at the end. You don't think she started having? Because remember at the end she was saying stuff like
it was the second
one.
one.
The C-20 girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the black girl from Lovecraft.
She was asking the other.
No,
she was asking.
No, that's what I was talking about.
So I'm a little lost.
No. Okay, I am talking about her.
You said Mobius. She was asking Mobius questions. She didn't ask Mobius any questions.
Yes, she did.
She did ask Mobius.
She asked Mobius. She asked Loki. She asked Loki.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Not Mobius.
Okay,
she asked
Loki. Throwing me off.
She asked Loki. She was like, "What did she tell you?" Because and that's when we start seeing the self doubt. But again, then I started wondering about C-20. Like, wait a minute.
I forgot about her though.
I didn't because I was like, what? Yeah. Because then Mobius actually like she kept on saying it's real,
That's what I'm saying,
and he was like, I need to ask her that, and then I was like, fam, now this chick is super sketchy as fuck.
No, but that's what I said. That's what made me like.
That's when I put those two together because I was like, oh, so those really are. I thought before she had said that like
I thought she was legit rambling.
Yeah,
when she was saying it's real, I thought she was legit rambling. So when she gave us that fake story, like, oh, she wasn't coherent, so we had to kill her. I was like. all right, this sounded like she was rambling. But then once I started questioning old girl, I was like,
get out.
Yeah, it was.
It's like get out moment.
Because then I was like, wait a minute, maybe she did unlock some shit because she was like, I know this place and everything like that.
Yeah.
And so, but then I started questioning. I was like, wait, why did they have to kill her, but then they have to kill old girl from Lovecraft?
But so
that's when I really started questioning. I was like, wait, so she's not just brain dead. I was like, oh, okay, something's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I said that. Like that's like I had completely forgot about old girl from Lovecraft. Being because she got like that's the one we saw.
You forgot that? Put out. Yeah, you forgot she got put out.
It's like when they were describing like her power, because like we figured out there were variants because she described her power.
She
saying
just can't be on the. She just got to get brainwashed to the other side.
Oh yeah, she get brainwashed.
She just got to get brainwashed to the other side. Happened in Lovecraft. Happened here.
I mean, fam. I mean, that's how she awakes, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like so. That's what I'm saying, but I was like, that's what like I had forgot about her. So it's like when, and that's what you're talking about. It's that gap between. She should have been actually really. We didn't see the ogre from Lovecraft after she kind of like woke up.
Well, here's what I'm also thinking, you know because when she asked her, "Show me what you showed me," she held her hand longer, and you saw.
Well, she was giving her more memories.
Giving more memories. So I believe because remember she just touched her and knocked her out. So she probably didn't get full memory. She only saw the glimpse. The other one, C20, she probably gave her the full scope.
She was in there, bro. She was in there.
Yeah. So that was
showed a scene with her in her.
Well, you know what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. That was the difference between why she didn't have an immediate "it's real" versus C20 having it because she spent way more time in C20 at that moment. That first time she just knocked her out. The second time, that's when she was like, "Oh shit, now I believe."
C20, I remember C20 was already. Was she knew about the layout? I think C20 was higher. Wasn't C20 higher than the old girl?
I can't remember ranking.
Remember they were going to get her. They were going to rescue her.
She let her charge. She let an entire platoon. I don't know if the girl from Lovecraft.
I mean, I'm not saying y'all wrong. I don't know. I literally don't know.
That she had to dig so hard because when she was explaining her power, she said she had to because she was trying to get to like the schematics of like the
where the time keeps.
The time keeps that she had to dig harder with her. Like more people are like some people are easy, I can just grab right in, but sometimes you gotta like build like off their mind and
you gotta go deep.
Part of the group,
like Inception.
Like,
they literally did like Inception. Like I gotta go in, recreate this.
So I mean, I think that's what it was like with Ogre from Lovecraft. She just grabbed her and threw her real quick because she's already like. She was really that head on strong on believing and wasn't really even taught that mental like fertility that the other girl had to because of the time keep shit. So it's like all she called that glimpse and went out. Yeah. Because it was like whatever she probably saw was like enough to be like, I want to be here right now.
Well, no, she remember like, she said, what she said was, I remember that. Like whatever it was that you did, I remember it.
Yeah. And she was right there. That's why she went out. Yeah. Like I can take over real quick because she wanted to go there. I didn't have to fight her for me there. Like she wanted to go there on her own and kind of like went there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, can you fight it?
That's what she was saying. Like
I guess Loki might have fought it.
But that's what she was saying. Why?
When did she try to use it on Loki?
Right when they got to
Loki told her too, like you can't do that on me.
Like, was that on Lamentum or was that before then?
It was before then.
I mean, but it's do you think can you do it to yourself? Can you?
No, he said
no. I get it. I'm just saying
different powers.
But I'm saying it's a Loki. It's a Loki. Can you?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Are you able to do that?
Question.
He told her. He actually told her that. So you also got thinking that kind of varying kind of mind state that to counter each other, you would probably have something. Because he was like, I
don't know the rules of variant.
He says you can't do it to me because I've actually practiced mental
he said that. Okay, I must have missed. Okay, that makes more sense.
He said I actually practice kind of I've dealt with this kind of whatever. Yeah. Like I practice you can't get this. You know what I'm saying? So
I was thinking maybe because I feel like it would be an oxymoron, a Loki killing a Loki. I feel like a Loki can't kill a Loki.
No, I definitely feel like Lokis would want to kill her. Just like the Deadpool.
They would want to.
That's like the Deadpool
No,
universe.
they would want to, but I'm like
they might not be.
They might not be able to.
No, you're right. I mean, but Lokis can't die. Or they, that's what Loki's trying to say. Like, we don't die.
But I'm saying, like, I just can't see. Like, I feel like it'll. I feel like the variant. You remember this one? We saw that variant go up, like kind of like this. I feel like if a Loki kill a Loki, that motherfucker go straight up.
But that wasn't even Loki killing Loki. That was just two Lokis dying. Like, nigga, two Lokis dying.
I don't even think it was just that they was dying. Cause that would have just ended that thing. I think it was literally the fact that they was like, "Fuck it, we gonna die together."
Oh, that choice.
It's the fact that they bonded with each other.
Right. So a Loki killing a Loki, that motherfucker go like that.
I think it would still be. I think that would probably would be that would be that because it's the narcissism thing.
Oh,
Like you would think a Loki would kill each other. Like I would be the better Loki.
Oh.
So a Loki to really team up and do something and succeed.
The fact that they would die together.
It's like saying two Friezas.
Yeah, you're right.
Two Friezas can't work together.
I mean,
they do.
They tried it.
Yeah, they tried
Frieza and Frost tried it.
But you saw
and that shit did not go.
But if you really put two together and it works, they probably could literally destroy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's that.
That makes sense, yeah.
So it's like I think even though they wasn't going to accomplish anything, or we don't know if maybe that would have kicked off something random if two Lokis really combined.
Oh, you know what? That makes perfect sense because listen, the two Lokis been met and they've been fighting, and it was not a Nexus event. As soon as the two Lokis decided, like legit decided, because even when they said we're gonna team up, even when they said they was gonna team up, they still didn't trust each other. But that moment and that Nexus event went. That
when
makes
they
sense.
Was kissing, and
because they didn't kiss.
That leads me to my theory. I think that's why TVA tried to kidnap that little girl, because they knew that was going to happen and they wanted to prevent it, because I think them two got something to do to take down the TVA.
Oh,
and I
maybe.
think that's why.
So that somebody already knows the future.
That's why I think it's Kang. Like I think it's Kang that be behind it.
Because that's why Kang started the sacred timeline. Is he wanted to have a timeline that he can totally control.
I think it's
shit,
just
and he went back in time.
Yeah, I think it's literally just about power.
Bro, it's definitely Kang. I'm with you on it. I'm with you now, Liv.
It makes sense.
Hold on. What was brother's name? What was bro's name? Bro's name from YouTube?
Oh shit, I forgot his name already.
I have to give him a special shout out.
Hold on, I get it.
A special shout out.
My thing was
it makes
Kung Fu Panini.
My thing was about
Kung Fu Panini.
Kung Fu Panini. Shout out. I agree with you.
What's the name?
I be wrong
75%
of the time.
He was like, Liv is consistently wrong 75% of the time.
No, he said
top tier.
He said Liv is top tier wrong nigga 75% of the time.
Top tier wrong nigga. Hey, that's a good category. Top tier wrong nigga. Like if you get give you a top 5 top tier wrong nigga.
We gotta use everything I said wrong. But am I wrong, or are we just shooting theories? Like, and my theories don't hit.
But I'm with you on this one.
But I think this one makes
this one is making way more sense now.
Either he created
the YouTube comment. My fault. Do you get the YouTube comments as notifications?
Yeah, well.
Bro, because that's how I got that. And when I saw that, I was in a meeting and I was like, bro.
He spelled it wrong, but it was.
That was made it funny because it said Liv. And for a second, I'm like, who the fuck is Liv? Oh shit!
Top tier wrong nigga, fam.
Top tier. 75% of the time. Top tier. Like 70. Like my name flashed on one of them little boards, like an anime cartoon.
Like you already like
next.
Kill me.
Top tier.
Like you got stats. Nigga, like you got stacks up there. Like,
which means that he's listened to multiple podcasts. And when the theory came out, he went and watched it, and then when it didn't happen, he was like, "This nigga Liv wrong."
Every single time.
I was seeing that. Bro, I had to mute. I was in the meeting. I muted myself. I'm like, bro, y'all can't.
Every single time.
Top tier.
And what's so funny is that it sounds like there's a little bit of hope behind it. I really did hope. Like,
you have to let him down for him to have that stat. You let him down at some point.
And he be listening to Liv Theory like, this one gonna be right, y'all. We got this one that's going.
I mean, they're gonna say like top tier, like that was this is the top tier. It's like that means a list. There's a list of niggas. Like it's a pyramid of niggas. And you are in the top tier.
I'm motherfucking bison, bro.
Like this nigga listen to a lot of podcasts where niggas said some shit wrong. It's like, bro, if you want to hear some wrong shit, I got a nigga top tier. Is that like ASMR? Like I just want to hear some wrong shit. I don't want to hear some wrong shit. I don't want to hear some nigga I don't want to hear some top tier nigga wrong nigga shit. Like it's wrong nigga.
I mean, is it wrong to hope?
Like wrong niggas like that ain't you being wrong. That's a nigga listening like wrong nigga.
I literally picture him. He'll hear Liv Theory like that's the one. Yeah. He gonna watch the show like. Damn.
Wait.
Y'all so much resentment and disappointment.
Wait, y'all both watch Walking Dead, right? Did y'all used to watch Talking Dead?
Yeah.
What was the black lady who used to come with the notepad?
I forgot.
Oh, I don't remember.
It was so she used to come with a notepad with just notes about every episode breaking it. That's him. He listened to the Geekset Podcast. He got notes. He like, all right, live
four for 12 this week.
It was the way that this put in the group chat, and the way you just saw it like a little better.
Bro, because that's how it popped up as a notification.
And I read it. Like, man, I was busy. I didn't have to look like I saw it out. You know, you like your phone to look at the real notifications. And I read it like only thing I understood was top tier wrong nigga. And I'm like, what the fuck is that?
So I got like a little stand. So like my phone, I'm sitting at my desk. I can see every time it pop, like it light up. Bro, I saw it pop up like the YouTube notification. And all you see was Lib is top.
I'm making you a shirt.
Top tier.
Next podcast, Lib gonna have a shirt that says top tier wrong nigga.
Top tier wrong nigga.
Top tier. We gonna only fan this shit like top 10% wrong nigga.
Top
10. We gonna put percentages.
You're right.
That'll be a cool shit. Put percentages by our names.
But what stats will we have? Like everybody.
I have no idea.
We might have
just
comment on YouTube. Like, bro, like I need the stats. We need
category stat breakdowns and everything.
Top 2%. In theory,
so like 75% wrong and 25% right.
All right, before we get into break, just real quick, let's wrap up episode 4 real quick.
Yeah.
So we get to it. We get so she gets unlocked now. You know what I'm saying? We everything looking sketch. Mobius switches out their Palm Pilot, I guess, and he gets to see the video of old girl telling the truth.
Like, girl he wasn't really giving her the.
Yeah,
because he was a little weirded out ever since Loki was like, "Hey, bro, you are very."
I didn't think that. I thought that they were just really snatched the girl Loki just like they snatched everybody from TVA. Like I thought, like I didn't really put into like maybe like the Kang thing really makes a lot more sense. But I thought
that is one thing I thought at one time too.
I thought when she said that they are just.
But I feel like Kang was like always like time. Kang was always like strict time. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think it could just be a way that they're trying to mess with how time is, whatever, in the MCU.
Yeah. Because like we talked about, like he's like supposed to be a descendant of Apocalypse from when Apocalypse was this Egyptian pharaoh.
Also remember,
and a descendant of Reed Richards is what it was. A descendant of Reed Richards.
Also remember,
not Apocalypse.
Kang.
But
also remember this, and this is something that I think we often forget.
So he would be part of the linear timeline,
future, right?
Yeah, but this is one thing that we often forget.
Linear timeline.
Marvel does make slight changes sometimes. So what Lib is explaining is the comic book timeline. But as of right now, we literally have no lore of Kang. Like they didn't even mention Kang yet. There's really nothing.
Bro,
no.
He's like top tier.
No,
like they didn't even get to that level yet.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so like we don't know what type of lore they're going to do.
Bro, I think it's in the sorry.
What?
The Eddie Kang.
I put it in Discord. Yeah.
I gotta go show.
But okay. But then also, like I said, so then we get that. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, Mobius finally he sees the light. He kind of starts believing after he sees that video and everything. And then when he, when he got what they call it. Prune.
Eddie Kang, bro.
I'm mad they called it pruning too.
Pruning. When he got pruned, I was like, hey, I legit was like, oh, not Mobius, bro.
I was hurt.
I was like, bro.
They made Owen feel like he was gonna be right.
Well, it was the moment when he was like, you know where I would want to be? Back to wherever I would. Like he had his moment. Like back to wherever I was before the TVA.
He was saying that, I knew it was coming. I'm like, he too much. But I'm like,
I didn't think they was gonna prune it. I
thought it was gonna like apprehend him or whatever. I didn't think the pruning was gonna happen.
I thought it was over. I thought it was over for him at that point. Mm-hmm. I was like, it's he giving too much of a hype speech.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I still don't want you to get his speech. As he giving the speech, like, no, don't do him like this.
And then the evil dog. When I legit said, bitch, when she said, what was my event, and she smirked. It was like, I don't even remember. I was like, oh, this bitch so evil, dog. I was like, dog, that was the most evilest shit. Like you changed her whole life, and you talk about some. I don't even remember. With a smirk.
You were straight in Bison vibes. Like it was just a Tuesday.
But what if Ravonna is doing? You know what? When I was talking about the show with Rock, she said, Ravonna let the little girl get away. Like
I don't think she feel like that's Kang's love interest in the comics.
No, notice that
who is
Ravonna.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like Rudy was saying, they don't keep.
Could she be a mole? She could been playing.
We don't know.
But bro,
Well,
here's the thing. It's like Rudy saying they change stuff.
Kang had already took over.
Maybe it's like Rudy said, they take things and sometimes they combine it. What if she doesn't want to be doing what she's doing, and she purposely let the little girl Loki go?
I think completely. I thought completely opposite.
I got a question about her.
To get away, and I thought the reason why she was so dedicated to the cause and everything, like. I felt like she didn't seem surprised when she found out there was animatronics.
That's what I was gonna say. So when the head got chopped off, she didn't seem shocked at all.
I felt that she was so dedicated. Like we saw her go into the room, and we assumed it was against them. I don't think it was against. I don't think she was seeing them when she went into that room. Because remember, we never saw who she was talking to.
They showed the outlines.
They didn't.
Yes, they did.
It was two separate shots. We saw her walk into a room.
But you saw the eyes.
No, you saw her walk into a room. Then they cut to a different shot of. But I think that's playing the game.
Oh, okay.
I think that's playing the game.
Oh, you saying we didn't see them in the same scene?
In the same scene.
Okay, because we saw her, but then we saw
the next scene of we saw them.
Yeah.
So I think they were playing the game. She didn't seem shocked. I think, and especially knowing in the comics that was his love interest, even though she died on him. I think she might have came back to life. I don't know her full story, but I think they're playing it as like she may be the only person who really knows everything. Other than Kang, and that's what, like I said, that's why when Lib was like last week, he thought Kang had already took over. That this is all his creation.
Oh yeah, it makes more sense now.
I definitely think an involvement of that. I think this is everything he took over. He wanted the timekeep to be like, all right, because you're gonna always be focused on fucking with them, and I can always exert complete control.
I mean, and that makes sense though, because I mean, the split scene you saying,
yeah,
because. Kang and all that, you gonna know Loki gonna be on some bullshit. So it's like we not gonna let the nigga really be in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
And that
like,
was the thing. They always talked about how she kept talking about
so easy. Like do this, we gonna finally let you like. You catch them and whatever, could do whatever to them. He's like, I'm gonna let y'all finally see these time.
Well, and you know why it possibly also makes sense why Kang already took over, because I don't see 3 time keeps allowing this ruse of the TVA. So it's really a soul nigga like, okay, this is what we gonna do real quick and stuff like that. And that makes why Liv's prediction
I feel like
has
it
more
makes
legs.
that like, okay, if I want control, we already know they've been saying this all series that their characters breed chaos.
Yep.
Of course I'm not gonna fuck with that. If I want control, I wanna make sure I can have you doing your chaos within my realm while I control everything else.
Or and this is probably why she said I don't even know. The TVA sole purpose created, because they've been sending Lokis to this area.
Yeah.
The TVA's sole purpose to create it was to find and remove the Lokis so I can grasp the timeline. So I can grasp full control, because if Loki is the biggest threat, like, or that you feel because he breeds chaos, because why else would they be sending so many Loki? So I'm gonna because they grabbed her and we don't know why. Maybe because we gotta send her ASAP. This is the young Loki. Let's get her out of here. We can't get this other Loki.
I think what Sylvie said was correct. She was like paraphrasing it. Basically, the universe bred chaos because it wanted control.
Yep.
So I think it was that whole. Kang wanted control of everything,
but he had to get rid of the Lokis first.
He has to get rid of the Lokis,
and so he created the TVA. Like, okay, I need niggas to find Lokis in these timelines, and I'm gonna create this thing so that way y'all can find them, and then we can. Oh no, that's my new theory.
I'm so.
I mean, that would make sense though, because I mean, if we go by the actual ending, that closing ending of the episode,
why we saw 4 Lokis.
4.
That pretty much
Alligator Loki. No, we saw. Yeah, 4. Alligator Loki, boastful Loki. That's what they called him in the.
That's the Black Loki, boastful Loki. OG
Loki, which classic Loki,
and then Kid Loki. Yep. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, so we would assume that that's how that would go into the storyline, and those would be assumed that they've already been pruned, because we now know pruning ain't dying.
Yep.
It just makes sense somewhere.
So then, where are they sending all the other people that are not Lokis?
They're probably out there too.
Probably to the. Remember when they charged on the timeline? Probably those timelines.
Okay. I don't know. Because I'm just wondering.
I mean, I would assume it would be probably another. It's got to be some kind of loosely Abyss. I feel like it might be the same place where this Loki is.
It could be.
It could be. I'm just wondering.
But I mean, I feel like, but when I saw Loki appear there, I was like, then okay, Mobius isn't dead. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, when they had the memes of it was he waking up like, am I dead? And they had like his Cars character, the Night Museum character. Yeah. They had the Wedding Crashers character, like, no, but you will be if you don't come with me. And it's all of them.
All the old Wilson's characters. You ain't see that one yet? Oh yeah.
Those had me crying.
I mean, you got to give that to see the Loki one.
I only seen the Samuel Jackson one.
That one was funny
You said
too.
the who?
The Samuel
I didn't like
Ja-
them. I didn't think they were.
The
I didn't
Samuel
like
Jackson that had him, like, and my dad. It was the Mace Windu one.
No, I
And
didn't see that.
It had his character from. It
from
had
Glass.
Yeah, from
Had
Glass.
the character from Glass.
It had
Black Snake Moan, I
Black
think.
Snake Moan. I think it had snakes on the plane.
Yeah, Snakes on
And
the
then
plane.
crap.
There was one other one. I can't
Was
remember
it
which
might have
one.
been Shaft.
Could have been. I think it might have been Shaft.
Or-
And then that, yeah.
No, it was from Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yep,
That's what
yep,
it
the
was,
Pulp Fiction dude, yep.
And it was like, no, motherfucker, you will be if you don't come with me.
I didn't know that. The motherfuckers get on that shit quick as a bitch,
Man.
Dog.
And who gonna
Like,
break
it
the
got,
I know,
at
I'm
this
about to-
point, it's got to be a bot. At this
You think
point,
Nah,
it's gotta be a
nah.
bot.
I think
There is no way.
People
Dog, we
quick.
could see something on the TV, and a minute later, the
They
meme
got
show
They got
up.
staff for that now,
Yeah.
fam. They got staff for that, bro.
All right, well,
That's
let's
crazy, right? They do have staff for
I bet
shit
they
like
write that shit up like we gonna make something really meme worthy. So make sure you already got this already out here flooding it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
All right, well, let's go on the break real quick, man. We're going to
All
come
right.
back. We're going to talk about just some other geek shit that we've been on to.
All right, peace. Ain't no pieces from y'all?
We're going
fam,
to
we
break.
going to break.
We all say we be like peace.
We
Like,
going to
we been-
break.
But we
Peace
say
out, y'all.
bye.
Welcome
I don't
to
think we
break.
did.
I don't think we say peace going to break. Did we say peace?
We say
stop it or you
something.
can't?
Yeah, I
like-
stopped. I'm about to restart. I feel like I'm about to restart.
I did not know, Lord, I did not know, but I've been kicking insane game. Failure is never an option and heartbreak is knocking, but that's just the same pain. Tired of seeing my niggas who lock behind bars and be working that chain gang. That shit be boiling my blood, but it's deep in my veins if you know what I'm saying, man. Life, this is not life. This is not life. This is my life. Hey, this is my life. Look, this is my life.
All right, we are back. We are back. All right, so we wrapped up Loki, man. Wanted to kind of go. Yeah, we did.
All right.
We got to give Didge his moment. Lovecraft is not coming back.
What?
Guess who
HBO.
said that?
Evil laugh.
Guess who said that?
What?
Months ago.
Yeah, HBO officially
I
announced.
told y'all that was a
Lovecraft
perfect
is not coming
one and
back for a
done
season.
series.
Fam, that's trash. Though.
I told y'all it kind of dampened it because I saw Misha Green wanted to have it back in HBO. So now
I thought they were just-
now I'm upset about it.
I didn't think they were gonna do a continuation. I thought they were gonna break off and do the two stories.
HBO said no, they done.
Why they
that's
do that? HBO, y'all some
that
bums,
kind of
bro.
disappointed. That took away from my happiness of being right.
Right.
Because it's like, if Misha Green wanted it back, you could have gave her. That
coulda
series,
gave it to
that,
her.
that series was so cold.
Put it in her hand, let her
coulda-
have it.
Right, you
Yeah.
could have gave it to her.
And it was a
They
great series.
bogus,
I
bro.
feel
But that small part of me is still like, didn't I tell y'all?
Show
Didn't
ass
I
up,
tell
bitch.
y'all?
you should really be wrong.
Yeah.
I lit off saying that. You ignored the first half of my
Because
statement.
you want to be right. Because you want to
No,
be. Because you want
I
to boast.
said- I
You want to
said-
boast your rightness. Though.
I
That's
said
why.
majority of me was kind of upset now that knowing that Misha Green wanted to continue. I'd have definitely been bullshitting on y'all if Misha
I'm
Green
off,
was like, no, I'm
Didge.
done. But it was the fact that she wanted to continue took away from my happiness.
If,
of being
yeah, if
right.
she would have said she didn't want to do it either, then I'd have been like, you would have had a full flawless victory.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That'd be flawless
This
victory.
took away a lot from me, my happiness of being right. The fact that she wanted to continue, I would have rather her continued. I thought she was gonna be done,
Damn, man.
but still,
I know.
that small part
my
of me is
exact
still like,
sentiment,
hey,
Slip.
told y'all it was a great one. It was a great one season story.
It was a great one season story.
It was, but I wanted more. It left me wanting more. It left me wanting more.
I'll give you that. I wanted more, but I just didn't see more.
I mean, even now when I visualize the ending again, it ended where you could give me more. You know what I'm
No, it ended where you were like, all right, that's it.
It ended on some.
did.
It ended on some.
Bitch is right,
choose your
I
ending
still
type
feel
shit.
like you could have probably
What it
have
did,
more.
how it ended was it gave you glimpses in the story already, like of the show of what happened in the future.
Yeah.
That's
so when you
enough.
saw that ending, it's
That's
like,
enough.
all right, well, this is pretty much what happened. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't get the adventures of that whole adventure.
You had glimpses of what was coming out.
I love that
That's
show,
fucking-
man.
too, man.
That's one of the best shows
Yeah,
I've ever
with no
watched.
chips in your mouth, all pristine, giving me that motherfucking rich man off again. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I had to break the news to Raquel, and like now she's gonna be salty. Y'all ruined my night for me.
No butt for me.
Let her just see it, let her hear it on Tuesday. man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I already texted her and told her.
Let her see the tweet tomorrow.
You already texted her.
Oh, well, sad. That was your mistake.
Already texted her. So man, what y'all been up to, man? What y'all been watching?
Fam, what we been up to?
What we been
I've
up
been,
to?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you want?
I've been collecting toys.
I watched
you
the
did get
show.
some toys.
Yeah, no, but he brought the boxes, so it's like,
They bought a
Empty
total
boxes.
toys.
Right, we fucking.
That's my tote that I store my stuff in, man.
Have y'all been watching the anime Mars Red? I think that's the name of it. It's a vampire anime.
No, I haven't watched it.
I saw it on Funimation. I'm only like 2 episodes in, but it's like vampires. They're in, I think it's like 30s Japan, maybe a little bit earlier, but it's very like early 20th century Japan, where there's like hidden vampire attacks and they're trying to stop it. And in the first episode, the vampire that they show, she can only speak in show tunes. So she keeps reciting like the show of her play. So that must have been when she
What
was
is this
turned.
called?
Mars Red.
She only speaking
Bro, she kept repeating the lines talking about
my
if
shit
only
dead.
I could kiss your lips one more time. Bro, the ending of the way that they ended the episode though, cause like at one point in the episode, it's one episode, so I'm like, I don't care about spoiling that for y'all. I don't know how much it has on the story, but in the one point in the episode, one of the other like officers asked the main character like, oh, do you have like a wife at home or something? He's like, I have a fiance I never met. And
What?
Arranged marriages, dog. I don't know. But you kind of get the gist during the host, like this episode, that this vampire is the fiance he never met.
Okay.
Because, like, when he goes to try to investigate more into how she became a vampire, the lady was like, well, she wants to give her one performance to her real life. I forgot the name of the character. It's like Sononome or something like that.
Right.
And every time she sees this guy, she's trying to get the performance of her lifetime. And then before she finally dies as a vampire, because she's like, I just wanted to kiss your lips once, she gives that performance. It looks like they kiss, and then she just explodes in a flame because the sun coming up. Mm-hmm. And that was how the episode ended. I was like, bro, I don't know what this series is about, but it intrigued me so much that I had to keep going. And every time it seems like it's a different story,
right?
But it's all around like Japanese vampires in like the early 20th century. So, I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
It's a weird
That
series.
definitely sound weird.
Bro, it's weird
It
as
does.
a bitch.
I've been watching. I had made a post on Facebook with everybody like this show called Cake. I kind of talked to y'all about it.
Yeah, you told us about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, I feel like it was something. I forgot what I was watching. No, I was watching. I think I was finishing up watching the last season of Archer because they finna start a new season in August. Mm-hmm. And they kind of popped up as a recommendation afterwards, whatever. And
When you was talking about that, I meant to ask you, is it related to the Midnight Gospel? Because the artwork that you showed, like, literally in the picture,
in that picture,
it looks similar to, like, the artwork from Midnight Gospel.
Midnight Gospel would be the lineage is in.
Okay.
That would be the lineage.
Okay.
Is in. Midnight Gospel is amazing.
I've only seen, like, 3 episodes.
How?
Bro, because each time I was like, bro, this is wild. I need to be, every time I'm like, I have to be in a space that I can watch this entire series at once, and I'm never in a space where I can do that.
Midnight Gospel remind me.
The whiskey.
Oh yeah. Remind me of It's like to me watching like an animated
that
version
episode,
of Howard Stern.
Have y'all watched Midnight?
Mm-mm.
Midnight Gospel
it's from the
is
dudes
so
who made
weird.
Rick and Morty.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, no, Adventure Time.
I'm watching.
It's so fucking weird. The first episode when the dude go back in time,
I fuck with Adventure Time, dog.
and he's like, he's trying to explain life like as a concept, while he's trying to talk to this dude. He's like the president of the Earth they're on. I'm like, bro,
he's a space cast. It's like Space Ghost coast to coast, but he's talking to people on planets and what's going on there. Like randomly,
it's a wild show.
Like, you're calling in. What's going on?
Midnight I think it's the Midnight Gospel.
It's like literally like a dude. Like it's like the show starts out, this dude in his home, whatever. It's like he podcasts, like get on this show. It's like, all right, you got a caller coming in. It's like it's be a van planet, and it's like whatever going on that planet. Like it's like the president.
The show is so
like the best one is the president. It's like a zombie apocalypse. He's on the phone with this nigga. Like when they talk about like politics, it's like you would think.
The show is so wild.
It's a real show though. Like it's like people call in and he's talking to people. So it's like he's talking to this person. It's a real conversation, but you're watching.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but you're watching someone drawing.
That makes
something
it so much more amazing.
So these are actual real
interviews. Yeah,
that makes this so much more amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know that part.
They're real. They're real interviews with people, and they're drawn out.
There's only 8 episodes.
Yeah, and they're drawn out. So like the zombie apocalypse, dude talking about like politics and whatever, but he's like fighting the zombie apocalypse and killing niggas like on the phone. Like you still there?
So they're on the phone. Like in the drawing, they're right next to each other, and that makes
They say he's the official description of it is a space caster explores existential questions about life, death, and everything in between. So he is a podcaster.
Yes, he's a podcaster.
It makes so much sense. Why? Because this animation, and I guess I should have caught that part. And so many parts of the animation, you see like the president fighting. He's fighting the zombies. And like, cause they're drawn like they're side by side. He's like, "You still there?" And it's like, "Bro, you can see clearly still there." I'm high. I'm like, "Bro, you there? You can see."
So
me.
you can tell like they're in the comment where it's like maybe the car dropped or whatever. He like, "You still there?" He's like, "Yeah. I'm here." You know what I'm saying? But they like, when he like in the middle of shit, so like he talking like he might break up, like he might have did some shit. And he like, "Yeah, you still there?" Like, yeah. I'm here. He like,
I ain't gonna lie. That show is so. I was just like, bro, I need to watch this all the night.
I'm gonna have to watch this.
I'm watching tonight.
Like as far as like creativity spectrum, like when I realized, like I was like when I put that together, like someone just drew this nigga's interviews out.
The fact that
like that's all it is. Like someone drawing out your
one-on-one better.
Like if you put it like in a story, if you really want
to in English.
Yeah, it's in English. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like because it's really just like I said, it's literally just someone drew over someone's podcast interviews.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Have you been watching the most recent season of Rick and Morty?
I watched the first episode. How many episodes are there? There are only 3, right?
3. Oh my god, dog.
Yeah, I only watched the first episode. The first episode,
I fucking love Rick and Morty, dog.
Rick and Morty is.
I'm shocked you said you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I can't believe you're not a Rick and Morty fan.
Dog, I don't know.
Rick would seem like be right up your alley.
Yeah.
Pickle Rick.
The vat of acid, he would fucking love the vat of acid.
Would be like,
the episode with the Purge episode.
The Purge episode.
The heist episode, like the heist episode was so fucking funny to me, dog. I mean, yeah.
The dragon episode where you got Morty the dragon.
Yeah.
Dog, these niggas were pretty much having a spiritual orgasm with a dragon. Dog, that shit was wild.
Dog, yeah, that shit. Rick and Morty is top tier toxic comedy animation.
I fucking love Rick
and
and
the dude
Morty.
who made it from Wisconsin.
Yep.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. I told you. So I'll put it in the Discord. I've been going down this rabbit hole.
I remember he went to Brown Deer High School.
He went to Brown Deer.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been going down this rabbit hole of like theories about Rick and Morty, and they said that they put this theory. There's a whole video that Rick knows that he's in a TV show.
Yeah, I heard about.
So the reason why he uses like his catchphrase rubber dub dub and does stuff, and he's trying to go against the storyline, and that this season he's going to finally break out and kind of be in our world with the actual people. But like it's this whole theory like Rick knows he's in it, and the reason why they're on so many adventures and he's constantly doing stuff because there's this one thing that if you go back and look at all the scenes, Rick is constantly working on something, but it's never been done. It's never been fixed. It's never been finished. So whatever he's working on, they're saying that is the device that's going to allow him to come into the real world.
To fix that device.
Yep, fix that device so that way he can finally address his creators and tell them fuck off.
That'd be the smartest TV show ever.
If that's the ending,
bro, that's the smartest TV show ever.
It don't even got to be elaborate. Is it he finally appears in front of me like, fuck y'all.
That's the smartest TV show ever.
And just leaves. And like take Morty with him like, come on Morty. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I would rather Morty flip out like, hold the fuck on. You had dude do all this shit to me because y'all run this boat like I'd rather be like a real rush to Morty. Like
that's the smartest TV show ever. You don't beat that.
You can't, you can't beat that. Yeah,
Rick and Morty is so funny amazing, and smart at the same time.
And I got on it late too. I caught up on it maybe 2 years ago. Like maybe 2 years ago. Like I'm still mad that they ain't bring back what's his name? Slashy.
Oh yeah.
Bitch. What's his name?
And they got a fake. It's a fake Freddy Krueger, but instead when
Scary Terry.
He called everybody bitch.
Bro,
when he was sympathetic, he was sympathetic to his. He was like
sympathetic about the show, about the
he was like, oh, bitch.
But it's funny though because it literally is like that was Freddy was calling everybody bitches.
Bro, when it was
Freddy's
the
like,
whole,
come here, bitch. Like Freddy was like, come here, bitch. Like
when it was the whole race and nobody else was calling them bitch, so you knew it was just him.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's Rick and Morty's wild, bro.
Like I said, someone did the same thing.
You liked it, the Harley Quinn, right?
No, I never watched the Harley Quinn.
You didn't watch the Harley Quinn animated series?
The Harley Quinn, bro.
Yeah, bro, you doing a lot.
That version of Bane is my favorite version of Bane ever.
Because it's both Banes. It's classic Bane, and then Bane that we got in Dark Knight series meshed together.
Bro, so
but with more
the accent.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, bro. When they was at the bar mitzvah, and he was mad because Joker was being a dick dog, had me crying.
Bane.
No, you missing some classic stuff.
Yeah, I'm really
classic cartoons.
Yeah,
some good
I
comedy.
don't know if you think that they would like those are adult comedy. Like Rick and Morty, I know you know is adult, but
No, I know the Harley Quinn is too. I don't know why. Like I'm very picky about things I watch.
JB Smoove.
JB Smoove.
JB Smoove is a plant.
He was one of Ivy's plants.
When he said to her, like, "You lying motherfucker."
Bro, the joke. When the Joker found my fault, I just fucked that all up. When the Joker found out Bruce Wayne was Batman, had me in tears, bro. So he found out. So I think it had to be Clayface unmasked.
No,
was it Scarecrow? Scarecrow unmasked. Batman. He found out it was Bruce Wayne. So Bruce Wayne. So he's already pissed that Scarecrow unmasked him. But then when he found out it was Bruce Wayne, he's like, Bruce, I put a deposit down on an electric car 3 years ago. Wayne Tech hasn't improved my car. Where the fuck's my car, Bruce? Where the fuck's my car? I was crying.
Pressing his ass like, nigga, where's my car, man?
They got Kite Man in there going ham, bro.
I didn't know he was a villain until this.
Kite Man is like top. They got Kite Man like top tier just in the show.
He's not top tier villain. He's just the main character in the show.
He's there.
Harley, I mean, they not
Poison Ivy.
Dog.
Bro, that show.
The show is so funny.
What's his name?
King Shark.
King Shark.
Bro,
King Shark's in it.
Yeah.
Did they make him stupid?
No.
He kinda. He's like muscle. He's muscle.
Yeah, like did they make him like a brute, like a muscle brute?
Yeah.
Bro, when
he have his moment where he like sweet, but then you get to yelling at motherfuckers like
Clayface just want to be an actor.
But wait. Well, we also gotta remember King Shark is also voiced by Ron Funches.
That is also
and
true.
that makes it hilarious as fuck because his voice is fucking hilarious.
The voice is the voice of him, like he's still muscle and dumb,
but he Ron Funches, and like the Harley Quinn series. That series is so fucking funny.
That shit was. And I didn't think it was gonna be like it's like
yes.
That's why I haven't watched it.
I watched it later.
Bro, that shit is funny from the start.
So,
the reason why I asked you did you watch it when we talk about Rick and Morty is because people often say it's Rick and Morty but with DC characters.
Damn near. When it first came out, I was like, this ain't gonna be that funny. So it was, I think like 3 or 4 episodes came out because I remember telling y'all about it when I first watched it. And I watched the first 2 episodes. I'm like, bro, this is so fucking funny. Yeah. And that's what I told y'all.
It gave me such a very adultish ass like Teen Titans.
Because remember when we were talking about the villains like going to the bar and shit? It's like they do scenes of that. Where it's like they just at Noonan's drinking and shit, talking about what happened in daily life.
I had to watch it on HBO then.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was going to be that funny.
It's actually good. It's good, bro. It's
like MODOK funny? Yeah, because MODOK is pretty fucking funny.
Yeah,
and what's so funny to me is I cannot believe that MODOK is a thing right now. Like, he's a thing. Like, even with action figures, like, dog, they about to come out with an exclusive MODOK that look like Elvis with the Elvis hair.
That's funny.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
So it's so funny. Like, he got his own TV show. Like, ain't his kids like biracial too? Like, that's the funniest shit ever. That's the funniest shit ever.
MODOK literally married a Hispanic woman that
had me crying seeing that too.
Like, that shit, like.
Dog, MODOK.
MODOK was a random on the map that came.
That's what I'm saying. Like he was so random. Like he was just like in video games he was an annoying fucking character. In comic books he was just like whatever. Then all of a sudden they give this motherfucker family.
Right. Bro,
and now he got a TV show.
It might have been Patton Oswalt. He was probably like, bro, you know what'd be funny? Let me do a
I can see Patton Oswalt doing this. Patton Oswalt,
he's doing it though. Like his voice of him.
Patton Oswalt is a huge geek.
And it is so funny, dog. Like he be fucking shit up.
A lot of people like that wasn't how we got Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds sort of came to them was like, hey, let me.
No,
but Deadpool was always like that. It was another writer after.
But I'm saying. Like
Ryan Reynolds funded that whole trailer.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that first trailer of him sitting on there, he funded that to get the buzz because there was no movie at that point.
No, and then he did that whole trailer.
And he made that trailer, and then the hype, and then there was like studio was like, all right, yeah, we gonna go.
So I can see
he did. Dan, that was a very good time, happy time in my life. That was like 2013.
I remember when that clip was going around the internet. And I remember watching it like
crazy. I was
first Deadpool clip.
bro. I shit you not. When I first watched the first Wolverine movie and I saw Ryan Reynolds as just Wade,
pissed?
I said, dog, this mother, he's got to be Wade Wilson.
Oh, you was with it?
Yeah, I was
See,
like,
I
he's
wasn't,
got
but
to
I
because
wasn't at first.
he did it perfectly. I was like, dude, he is acting and behaving just like how I
and I know how much Wade Wilson
Deadpool
believes.
when I read comics.
See, at
like,
that moment, I wasn't sold. I was not sold at that moment,
especially in the elevator. I was like, he got to be.
Now
Wade.
I did like the elevator scene, but I wasn't sold yet. And then it was once the trailer came out for that he funded.
You talking about when they put him in before he
in Wolverine Origins. Well, but before that
shit like they.
But I mean,
I
was gonna say like I was a fan of Ryan Reynolds. And
I was too.
I wasn't really
from Van Wilder.
Yeah, Van Wilder.
Van Wilder was my shit.
Remember the dog with the big ass nuts?
That was my shit.
You ever seen Wade?
Oh yeah.
Wade was my shit too.
But at that time, I was more of a fan of what's the comedian? The comedian that
Give
was
us an example.
He was in Waiting. He was in Waiting.
Oh shit.
He was huge.
You lost me.
He became huge at that time when Waiting came out. He was like the hugest comic. Dane Cook.
Yeah.
I was a fan. I used to love Dane Cook. No, when he talked about kicking down the door.
The regular entering door. The regular entering shit was so fucking funny.
Who did this? Who fucking did this?
I don't know what it was about, like this, like outcry comedy, about like animating. It was so like when they told me Dane Cook was a fraud. Like later, when they told, I was so salty about myself because I thought this nigga was funny. Like,
me too. I was so mad.
Like he was stealing jokes and shit, dog. But I'm like, dog.
That's that.
I was watching the fuck out of his stand-ups, bro. Dog. Like I was like, dude, is beyond, and it was like. It really, I think I don't know if it's like it was similar to like what Kevin Hart does.
Yeah.
But I think because it was like white people funny, kind of shit in a sense, whatever. Because he was like over top at time. It was almost like in a sense like how like,
it was
you gotta have a hilarity with like you gotta have a taste of like Chris Farley. Yeah. That kind of hilarity. Yes. To fuck with Dan Cook. You know
man,
like,
dude, and at that time he was on top of the world. He was on top of the world.
I was watching all his movies too. I was watching all his dude movies too. Shout out to Dan Cook. Like I don't know, you left, you ain't got no career no more, but I mean, you had a run.
Bro,
I was a fan.
Okay, quick question. This is a random question. I was listening to a podcast and
he had to compete. I forgot it. That's why I like. To me, Ryan Reynolds beat out Dan Cook in Waiting.
This is finna ask some bullshit.
No,
but
you don't know what I'm about to ask. But it's gonna be some bullshit.
What is the bullshit you finna ask?
It is gonna be some bullshit. What was the white show that y'all watched that like you really had no related to, like you couldn't relate to the characters, anything like that?
How I Met Your Mother.
White
shit, I could tell you plenty of them.
Because
step by step.
No. Let me tell you the one that the black person said, so you can see how far I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, it's the Love Hour. Kev on stage and his wife podcast, and they was talking about how much they used to love Wings and Mad About You, and they was like we couldn't relate to any of that shit, but I used to watch those.
Was cold.
I can't remember, Bob. I can't remember. I don't think I ever watched it.
So I used to watch Mad About You, but I used to also watch shit like Spin City.
Definitely used to watch Spin City.
Yeah.
Night Court.
Oh, but that Tom
I never could relate to like I said, How I Met Your Mother. I never could relate to that. King of Queens.
Wait, what about Coach?
Coach, I watched Coach.
I used to watch the shit out of Coach.
Oh, Coach, damn, I forgot about Coach. I forgot about Coach. Y'all just touched a part of my brain now. I haven't touched shit fucking years. Fucking Coach.
And to realize, like
holy shit.
And I used to watch Coach, but I never really watched Coach. Like, I feel like it was on, I would watch
it.
Yes. Like, I knew what it was about. I knew the whole.
I vaguely remember the theme song where, like, he was, like, throwing football to the ground. Like, he had some shitty players, right?
But, I mean, I don't even know about the... All I remember mostly was his assistant coach.
Yeah, the assistant.
The little short older dude that was like in a whole bunch of shit.
No, I'm thinking about you. I thought you were talking about the tall dude, the tall blonde dude. He was like the
tall blonde dude was like the bull dude. Yeah. But he had another short dude.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
King of Queens, I couldn't relate to that.
King of Queens?
Yeah, but I fuck with King of Queens.
I fuck with King of Queens.
Yeah.
What about Cheers?
Cheers, I mean, Cheers is always... Cheers,
I didn't get a Cheers, but Frasier.
MASH.
That's when you knew it was bedtime. That shit used to come in at 12 a.m. on the...
I used to always sleep to MASH. Then I was watching with my pops. I think like maybe it had to be over quarantine, where I was just over there, and my dad. He fucked with MASH. That was
I never got into MASH.
I watched a couple episodes and I'm like, bro, this is actually funny.
All dads watch MASH.
I was so
all dads watch MASH.
My dad, like I knew about MASH because of my dad. Like that was literally like
I was watching it with him like, bro, this is actually funny.
Oh, that's damn Benny Hill. Like I mean, bro, we going way. Mama's Family. You talking
Mama's Family? Yeah, everybody fuck with Mama's Family, dog. Mama's Family was the shit.
But like I said, I'm still King of Queens is the white show I definitely fucked with.
What was that? What was the one with what was the one about with all the girls that had Tootsie in it? What was it called?
Are you talking about not All in the Family?
No,
Facts of Life.
Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You talking about shit that you there's so many white shows that you just didn't relate to.
Right. Well, that's what because when she said mad about you, I said, oh shit, and then she got into the theme, and I said, fam, I still remember the theme to Mad About You.
That's what I was thinking.
Like, tell me all your secrets, and I tell you, like I remember that shit. I used to watch the shit out of Mad About You, and I had no.
That's why that more recent show.
The white show that I can say that I probably watched growing up that I was in tune with, that I feel like I was like, even though it's a white dude, I'm like, I get it. Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wonder Years, like if you could immediately just take yourself out of it and put like, even though you saw his situation, because I think maybe because it was like that, the back, you was like what he was thinking instead of really talking in the sense. Yep. So it was like him just being
and he was just a kid. He was just a kid. There was
like
like
the Malcolm in the Middle shit. Like you can kind of like.
I used to watch the shit out of Dick Van Dyke, bro.
Oh yeah, fam. I mean, I Love Lucy.
Like,
I mean,
Honeymooners.
What?
I had no clue.
But y'all. But the thing is,
like,
I think the difference between this conversation is y'all bringing up classics.
Those
like
are
these
all
other.
shows that like all
I would say Frasier,
because
dog.
Coach, people ain't gonna bring up Coach. Frasier's up there.
Those are more recent, because like Wonder Years, I Love Lucy, all those are stuff that like our parents watched. So it was like. You watched it because
I mean that's what I'm saying. Like my closest one would be when like
I watched that shit because I just seen it. Like my parents didn't watch that shit.
They did.
Shit, I watched my parents.
It was Spanish.
Some of those, but like I don't know why I started watching Spin City. I legit don't know why.
Those are more recent. Those are more recent.
That was my
90s.
I didn't watch it.
I was like, yeah, okay.
I didn't watch it and say, oh shit, that's Michael J. Fox. Like for me, I did.
I wasn't for Michael J. Like I actually had like. During that time, like growing up,
and what's funny is Frasier was the Beast in the first X-Men.
In the first X-Men series.
Yeah, in the first X-Men series.
Yeah,
I mean,
I had my white celebrity fans. Like I was a fan of Michael J. Fox. So anything he was in,
Frasier, I used to watch.
Spin City was cold to me. Like,
it used to come on 9 o'clock on WB18 and
Spin City.
No, Frasier.
Oh, Frasier, yeah.
And 10 o'clock Simpsons will come on, so I'd always watch Frasier because it was leading into the Simpsons.
Like Frasier was cold. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I feel like Frasier is that same too. Like Frasier's one of those ones that are like mainstream that you would talk about, like the Wings and the Mad About You.
Yeah, Wings. Like I don't even know why I was fucking watching Wings. Mad About You
used to come on after the Simpsons because I used to have that all down because I used to watch. I always got sent to bed at 9, so I knew Frasier came on at 9 because like, I got sent to bed, but I got a TV in my room. What is really sent to bed? It's like, all right, I gotta watch TV in my bedroom.
I'm trying to think if it's anything really, really random that I used to watch. I did every blue moon, truthfully, because I enjoyed the comedy. I did watch Will and Grace.
I was just about to say. I was just about to ask about Will and Grace.
I never watched
Will and Grace.
I never watched like the whole thing of it.
Neither, but I used to. Yeah.
Like it was some comic, like some funny shit in that show. Like,
but like I said, I know.
But that would fit. That would fit in this.
I would say Ellen too, dog. Like
Ellen.
I forgot she had a show.
You watch Reba?
I did watch Reba.
Reba.
You know what? Since we going that far, what about the Damn, Reba, my God.
I fucking got about Reba.
I said a show with Tony Danza, remember?
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss?
Who's the boss? I still like it's class. That's in the classic category.
That's why I stopped. But goddamn, Reba, I did not like motherfucking country movies.
That's what I'm saying. But you know what? Gotta go 90s and above.
At the tender age of 15, I would have taken her down. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like Reba, I have no idea why.
Dharma and Greg.
I never watched Dharma and Greg.
You didn't watch Dharma and Greg?
I know the show, but I didn't watch it.
I forgot all about Dharma and Greg.
I feel like I remember it. Oh, that was the blind girl. That was I feel like that was trying to be like a Bewitched.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, all of these shows are 90s and 2000s. If you're talking about outside of classics,
because there's a lot, bro.
Does Scrubs count?
No,
I don't know because Scrubs is universally loved too.
I'm making y'all one.
Because I'm saying Scrubs count.
What was the name of the show with the white dude that had the little arm in Scary Movie? but he had like all this shit going on in his brain. Like, he was like shit going
I
on.
remember that
It was a
show.
Fox show.
Bro,
Dog.
Fox had some wild shows.
Dog, Fox
They
had a
did,
moment
bro.
on Sunday night that shit was bananas, bro. But it was about a show about like characters in this dude's mind. But it's the dude that was played the little hand. It was like the dude that played the little hand butler in the scary movie movies.
It was in the 90s.
Yes,
Let me go Fox shows in the 90s.
like it was definitely like bro, Fox had, because it was during the time of Married with Children, so it was like during their lineups. And it was like, I think it had like a season or two. It was like something's brain or somebody's head, something head or something brain show. But
I
like,
can't think of it.
but I mean, yeah, bro. Like, it was like Fox had a bunch of white.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it was during the time
Ally McBeal. That was one I used to watch it with my dad.
Dad used to watch Ally McBeal?
Yeah, me and Dad used to watch Ally McBeal. That and Veronica Mars. Faithfully.
Veronica Mars. Veronica Mars. Hey, I didn't watch that shit. I did not watch Veronica Mars for the crime. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, I didn't either.
Like-
My dad probably did, but I didn't.
like I
did
definitely
not.
enjoy Veronica Mars, man. Like,
But like,
I used to watch Veronica
I
Mars.
used to watch
Veronica Mars
those
was cold.
bro. Cause now I'm just going when I just Google Fox Family shows, bro.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shows.
So many fucking memories.
like, yeah, there was a bunch of TV shows.
I used to
like,
watch Veronica Mars. Yeah.
Veronica Mars. Like I said, like, family, there's definitely a lot of great shows that are just original content shows.
Did y'all-
Like didn't they re-bring out Veronica Mars on Netflix? I think.
I think
they
they
did.
did.
I didn't watch that.
I
one, though.
I didn't
one
watch
either.
this, but I remember. Did any of y'all watch Will and Grace?
We
Yeah,
just brought
yeah,
that
we
up.
just talked
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, we did. I thought we. Oh, I must have missed it. Yeah.
I literally just said that.
He might have
Oh, you
missed
sure
it.
did.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to watch motherfucking what's the hospital show?
Feels like Scrubs.
No,
I was gonna
House.
say-
No.
ER?
Oh, House.
House
But no,
up.
but that's not it.
I
No,
didn't watch
not
House.
ER.
That's what George
the
Clooney
other
got
one.
his
General
start.
Hospital.
No.
That's the soap opera.
Grey's Anatomy, dog.
Oh, that's still going on.
Oh yeah, that's still going.
Bro,
yeah, I think
these
I'm
motherfuckers had a
almost
plane
positive.
crash and killed everybody,
know.
and they still going on.
Bro, somebody survived that plane crash.
A couple people did. And then that one chick was like, in the beginning, was like seeing
One of the
ghosts
chicks-
of her ex boyfriend.
One of the
Like,
chicks on Grey's Anatomy was on Supergirl. I saw an interview with her talking about it. Yeah,
I used to watch that
Grey's
shit.
Anatomy is definitely still going
Desperate
on.
Housewives.
Does the Drew Carey show count? Because I used to watch the shit out of Drew
I
Carey.
watched the fuck out.
Yeah, I watched the
And
fuck out of
Buzz
Drew Carey,
Color bad as
dog.
a bitch.
Dilbert.
I wanted a Buzz Color
Dilbert?
bad.
Dog, hey, Mimi was ugly as a motherfucker.
Hey,
dog.
they banter though.
Goddamn.
Hey.
Oh my
hey,
God.
Hey, matter of fact,
I
that's
got
a battle.
him.
Martin and Pam versus Drew Carey and Mimi. Banter.
Damn.
Like true versus battle. Like
I still gotta go Martin Pam. Like I can't go.
I feel
What
like
show you
Mimi
about
used
to
to
say?
be.
You know what
Mimi
cartoon
used to
show
go
we forgot
in.
I
about?
feel like Mimi against Pam be hard as a bitch. Like
There's a cartoon show that we forgot about in the 90s that used to be lit.
a cartoon show. Are we talking about another white
The
person show?
Critic.
Oh,
The Critic.
now
used
that we
to
bring
be
that
so
up, what about
fucking-
Duckman?
I did remember Duckman.
You remember Duckman?
Duckman
Oh
was
my
cold.
God, bro.
The Critic, Duckman.
Dog,
Shit,
I
nigga,
forgot
I mean-
about the critic.
Dog,
Nigga,
I
rock-
forgot
Oh,
about the Critic,
Duckman. I
too.
forgot about Duckman. Yep.
Duckman was cold. He had the little, he had the tiny. He was
that was
like
George
the
Costanza.
Al Bundy of
Yeah, that was
motherfucking
George-
It was
cartoons.
George
Costanza,
Costanza. But the
Duckman.
Critic, I used to
The
fucking
Critic-
love the
John
Critic.
Lovitz as the Critic was a
Dog,
dog.
the Critic was
I ever
cold,
knew
bro.
his name of the show.
Who?
I
What?
just remembered the show.
With the
The
Critic.
Duckman show. No.
Oh, the Duckman show? You never remember
I saw the picture. I'm like, no, I remember this show so much.
Yeah, dog. Duckman. I forgot
But
about
yeah, the
Duckman.
Critic used to be my shit.
Critic was
Wait,
my
I didn't know that was George Costanza either.
Yeah.
Because
Is
that
that
was
on
during the time.
HBO?
What is?
I'm about to see. I think I googled Duckman.
No.
HBO was the first link.
I don't know because it says it's owned by the production company was Paramount, so I would assume it's on Paramount Plus. But maybe they fucked up.
Oh man, remember it stinks. That's the Critic.
Bro, the Critic was cold,
stinks.
bro.
The Critic was good. Yeah, the Critic was good. The Critic was good. That was during the era of like.
That was dude with the big ass nose, right? The little short.
That was John
stubby-
Lovitz. Yeah, John
Yeah.
Lovitz was the Critic.
Life with
John
Louis.
Lovitz was hot during that time too.
Remember that
Life
show?
with
Life
Louis.
with Louis.
Life with Louis. Like Life with Louis was a was Life with Louis child, was that kid cartoon or was that adult?
That was a cartoon. That was
No, was that
oh,
adult?
Was that?
Was that considered adult?
What?
It was Louis Anderson. I'm
Hold
pretty
on,
sure
bro.
that was adult.
But I mean, because Bobby's World was kids.
Let me double.
The
check.
Bobby's World was kids.
I thought Life with Louis was adult.
Like, was that a Simpsons? Like, was it come on during that time, or was that a morning?
You know what?
Came on it came on Fox for sure.
That's all I know.
What
I say
show?
Fox Kids.
Life with
though.
Louis. Fox Kids.
It
Life
say
with
Fox
Louis?
Kids.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. I think he was trying to do with Bobby's World.
That's like Bobby's World. Yeah, I remember.
Bobby's
Life
World used to
with
be my
Louis.
shit.
Bobby's World
Bobby
was
World was shit
Oh,
too.
the Goosebumps series. I remember that.
Oh, Fox?
They had the Goosebumps series. It was always.
Oh, yeah.
It was mid 90s.
I do remember that one. I'm trying to think. Like I'm saying, Tim, what's the name of that show?
I just had one at the tip of my tongue and I forgot it. There was another show. God damn, I can't remember what it was called. Damn, Duckman. When you brought up the critic,
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
that's
had
like
to tap
during
in.
the Duckman era was during the time of like
Duckman was cold.
like so. Did y'all during the '90s era? Or 90s era, did y'all watch a lot of the MTV anime?
That's what I was talking about.
like,
Remember the dude with the big ass eye? That had like
big-ass
something
eye.
living in his eye. Dog, I'm about to Google it right now.
Tick, I remember.
I remember Tick. I do
But that
remember
was
Tick.
Fox.
But I was talking
Tick
about,
was Fox.
Did
Remember,
y'all,
it
did
also
y'all,
came back
did
on-
y'all
it came
watch,
back on MTV though, remember?
Did y'all watch the animation on MTV during the 90s, like the Aeon Flux?
Yeah.
The Max. Did
I
you watch
watched
the Max? Dog,
yeah.
the Max.
The Max.
was my shit.
The dog, the Max was the shit.
Dog.
You know what? MTV
Wait,
was
wasn't the Max
killing.
based off of that little toy?
No, that's
No.
a comic book. The
That's a
Max,
comic
yes,
book.
the Max was based off of the Image comic book.
Dog, the Max was so fucking good to me.
Dog, it was.
Like, I remember watching that as a kid, like it was like late night. That's like that before Cartoon Network. MTV had late night anime.
They did.
nigga.
I know
You
that
what I'm
because
saying?
that's when they used to show Beavis and Butthead and shit.
Yeah.
The head. That's what it was called. Do you remember the
There's
head?
so many shows
The
on this.
Head.
Yes.
Fox
Look,
list
if I show you, you're
that
gonna
I
remember what it
remember,
was.
though.
If you watch all the old MTV shit, this shit right here.
Oh yeah, big head ass dude.
Dog, yeah, the dude living in his head.
Let me see the picture.
Bro, at this time, okay, MTV at this time came out with this, came out with the head Eon Flux.
Yeah, it was
They
all that
also
time.
they also had
Yeah, I remember.
they
Eon Flux,
also
but I
had
remember.
they also has a Spider-Man MTV series that was
I do remember
cold
that
as
one.
a bitch.
Yeah.
And I think the Spawn made it
The
on
Spawn
there.
was- yeah, Spawn
but they
was there
had
too.
the Max. The Max was
The
probably
Max-
one of the coldest.
Dog, the Max was one of the coldest. Like, and I didn't know that was Image. I didn't know nothing about comics. Like, it was just like one of my. It was like that was still during the era of like
Ben Stiller had a show.
I wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't have treated it as like a cartoon. I didn't even or animation. I thought it was like a cartoon. Like, I thought it really.
Yeah,
like
like-
Aeon Flux, all that shit you thought was like adult cartoon.
Aeon
I mean, because
Aeon Flux
they
is
made
cold, bro.
Aeon Flux
That was the Adult Swim era.
Yeah.
yeah,
Bro,
like
they made some cold, but they made some cold ass fucking cartoons,
Yeah.
dog. The head, I'll never forget the head. Like the head was my favorite thing next to Daria. I used to watch this shit
Daria,
ton
I
of
fuck with
that.
Daria.
I rewatched that recently.
Bro,
and I'm like,
I
Herman's
love
head.
Daria.
Daria,
Herman's
it
Head.
don't.
Y'all remember Herman's Head?
Herman, vaguely, I gotta look it up. I know
Herman's
what
Head.
you're
Herman's
talking
Head is what I was talking about. I was saying like the people that living in his head.
Daria, it didn't hold up. I rewatched it. Like I used to fuck with Daria a lot too, so I tried to rewatch it
I do remember
recently.
Herman's Head, bro. This
was-
is extremely obscure 90s TV
because
right
it was,
here.
I remember the balloon. Like what's the
Daria
red
didn't hold up.
Y'all
to
remember
me.
Angry Kid?
angry kid?
When I show it to you, you guys gonna.
I remember Herman's Head. Dog,
Herman's Head was
wow.
my shit, bro.
You don't remember Angry Kid?
I do remember that.
Is that real?
No.
I don't remember Angry Kid.
I
do
don't remember
remember
that.
that.
Was that on what?
That would
MTV.
make sense that I would remember
On
it for
MTV.
me.
It was in the 90s. Late 90s MTV.
Was it?
I don't know because they calling this shit British.
Or it might have been.
It
something
could have got ported over.
I don't know. I know I saw it on MTV.
Cause I mean, there was a lot of stuff. Like when I was a kid, I used to watch Degrassi. That was ported over from China or from
So,
Canada.
yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely yeah, bro. Like yeah, Herman's Head was the one I can remember. That was my shit.
Degrassi used to have me fucked up. Like, dog, this what high school finna be?
I never watched Degrassi.
Wow, Hans Zimmer made the music for Angry Kid. That's crazy. It came from the UK though.
I
Wow.
was definitely in middle school, probably like 6th, 7th grade, watching Degrassi, and like, bro, high school finna be hell.
Fam, you irritated,
Bro, because the first episode of Degrassi, the chick, her name was Emma. She was talking to somebody on the internet. He turned out to be a predator.
Herman's Head, bro.
Like,
I'm sorry.
fam.
I'm just stuck
Fam, Herman's
on
Head
this.
was so different.
I just cannot believe that
Herman's
you remembered
Head
Herman's
was
Head.
my fucking
I
show,
remember
bro.
that show.
Herman's Head-
I can't tell you an episode, but I fucking
I just
remember
that.
watching
What it was
it.
is like when you see the group picture, everybody
Yeah,
in his head.
I like
it's
every,
everybody.
like
It's the
I feel
cast.
like I remember like the theme song. I know exactly what you talk about though, Ron, which is
forgot
crazy, but
about
I
this
can't.
It
What
came
show?
on Fox.
I can't.
I never watched this
It
show,
was like,
but I remember
I
it.
didn't realize it ran that long. Nigga,
What
that was
show?
it ran for like 91 or 92.
Bob
Yeah.
and Margaret.
Like
Bob and Margaret. It was a British show. I remember seeing this show, but I don't remember watching Bob and Margaret.
Bob and Margaret. Oh, I definitely never watched it. I do.
I've seen that.
I definitely have seen it, but I definitely
remember seeing it. I
But
never watched it. But it's an adult cartoon.
You get into the realm of like.
This is the 90s.
That was on what? That was on Fox.
The 90s had a lot of
and
shit.
This was an adult cartoon
on Fox or MTV.
One second. Let me look.
Dog, I want to see that. I want to go watch the Max now, bro.
I want to watch the Max.
I want to watch the Max now.
Like the Max.
You just tapped into a part of my brain that
I want to watch that whole lineup. Like I would really watch that whole lineup.
Remember, the seasons used to be long back in the day.
Okay. MTV had an anime network that just kind of had they shit. Like, cause I mean, they didn't even touch child shit, nigga. If you watch the cartoon on MTV, nigga, it was adult as
it was adult as shit.
Yeah, like Aeon Flux had her. That was my first time.
That shit was cold.
Aeon Flux was my first time seeing girl on girl like type shit. Like, bro, y'all, this woman kissing? Like, what they kissing? like, and they drawing out the spit and saliva. Like, whoa, it's a lot. Like,
do you remember Downtown? Let me see if you remember this. I vaguely remember it was another MTV show. I don't know about I don't remember what it is. I remember seeing that though.
Oh, you know what? I would give y'all one even if we talk about cartoons and MTV.
Remember the Oblongs?
Yeah, I remember
Oblongs was my shit. Daria.
Yeah, I just said that.
Yeah, we literally just started.
To me, there's different tiers.
I just rewatched Daria recently, and I was like, she annoyed me.
Right? Hey, he stopped. He said, "Hey, yo, I got one. Let me. Y'all know what was good."
So,
Daria
is like that. Like is up there with Beavis and Butthead. Like that's a staple.
It was a spinoff.
It was a staple.
It was a spinoff.
Was it?
Yeah, she was.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was.
She went to school with Beavis and Butthead.
King of the Hill. King of the Hill's a spinoff.
Yep.
Daria, like I said, we watched it recently.
Beavis and Butthead terrorizing Hank Hill was the best shit in fucking life. Like, I'm really mad that they never added Beavis and Butthead to King of the Hill.
Bro, because King of the Hill was a whole different show. You can't.
But they never showed like they moved. So they should have been still on the same block as Beavis and Butthead. They should have been still at the same place, nigga. Like, if they would have gave us one episode to show that they are in the universe of Beavis and Butthead, even though they're no longer around, I'd have been extremely.
That's too much.
But like they kept that nigga on this block, everything. Like they kept dude like
King of the Hill was a spinoff of Beavis and Butthead.
Yes, nigga, that's who they terrorize. That's the name they terrorize all the time.
Yeah,
that's right.
Same, like that's what I said. And Daria.
Daria, I know. Daria, I remember from
that
school.
One I didn't remember. I knew the King of the Hill one.
Yeah. Shut up, Beavis. Shut up. I can't remember how she used to say it.
I heard they was trying to bring that shit back.
Like I remember, I used to do.
Yeah, bro.
Niggas used to.
And they used to sit and watch. Fam, I used to be so mad because all they watched was rock music videos. I'm like, bro, I don't care what y'all watch.
Bro, they have the one rap video ever so often. And they'll be like, what's this?
Wait a minute, didn't they
shaking her butt like they did? I think they did a 2 Live Crew.
Yeah, and didn't they do Eminem? Was it Eminem on Beavis and Butthead?
I think they
I could have swore Hi My Name Is was on there.
I know I saw 2 Live Crew and Beavis was like, yeah. Look at how her butt is moving.
Yeah,
butthead.
Like the fact, like
shut up, dude.
Like that was like it was
that shit's hilarious.
It was so early, like the fact that you had to pre, but they had to pre, like you. I think that was in the same sense. Probably if you think about like if you watch this music video, they had to be like the characters had to pretty much watch the music video and literally like
just comment on it
and just comment, like
looks like a butthole.
Right, like
cornholio.
No,
there's pee in my butt.
I
am cornholio.
When the song Black Hole Sun came up, like, do I remember Beavis saying it looked like a butthole? You're like, it looks like a butthole. Yeah.
Like Beavis and Butthead take a Do America was my shit.
It was my shit. And they pretty much they crawled. So that way, South Park can run.
They definitely did.
They
definitely did.
And that shit was edgy at that point.
Butthead did. Like, did y'all play the game?
Oh yeah.
Like, the shenanigans that Beavis and Butthead did in the TV shows and all that shit though, like South Park definitely, like they definitely walked. MTV paved that way.
Yeah, they paved that way.
For a lot of like random ass shit.
I remember when South Park first came out and it was this huge fucking thing. Like,
what was the first one? Your first memory? Because I'll let y'all know my
first memory. Oh my god, I can't remember it verbatim, but I want to say they were in the classroom with the teacher, and it was just some funny shit. Like I couldn't believe like what the fuck was going on. It was in the classroom with the teacher.
Yeah. Oh,
I just can't remember.
Mine,
but it was the funniest shit. And I just couldn't believe it.
You feel like you gonna take mine?
No. Let's go.
You gonna go? I'm
yeah.
Go? Mine was when fuck was fam. When
Chef.
Fam, no, not Chef. It wasn't Chef. I know mine is definitely when fam was trying to sell. What's her name? Wendy.
Yeah.
It wasn't Kyle. It was one of the. I can't think of the standoff character. I think his name was.
Wait, that's. I know you talk about Butters and the pimp.
Yeah, the Butters pimp.
That's way later though. That's
Are you
not.
talking about in the beginning?
So the first memory of South Park where I was like, "What is this?" was the Kyle's Mom's a Bitch song. Because that was like, I think it's either episode 1 or 2 where Cartman do that. Well, Kyle's Mom's a bitch. She's a big bitch. She's a big old bitch in the whole wide world.
I really feel like
and then Chef Salty Chocolate Balls.
That one's my most distinctive one.
I was like, yo, this show is crazy though.
Was the election? What was it? Douche versus what was Douche going against?
Was it a tampon? No, Douche versus.
It was something I forgot. I can't remember. Whatever it was.
But this is all later.
That's it. Distinctive. Remember, I'm younger than y'all, so at the time I didn't know what a douche was. So when I just remember seeing that episode, I'm like, what the fuck is a douche? So I remember going to my dad because my mom was out of town.
Douche versus a Danish.
That's what it was. My mom was out of town, and so I remember just going to my dad, and I'm like, "Hey, Dad, what's a douche?" He like, where the fuck did you learn that from?
Dog.
I was like, bro, the show I'm watching. And so he watched South Park with me. He's dying laughing. He's like, why are you talking about it?
He laughed at South Park?
Yeah, he laughed.
Because I don't think, like, dog, you want to know the funniest moment with my dad? So my dad he loves his black history.
Oh, he definitely loves his black history.
Like Martin Luther King.
True,
Malcolm X and stuff like that. So I thought it would be hilarious to show him the speech that Martin Luther King did when he woke up in the boondocks.
Did he hate it?
He was not amused at that shit. He was not amused. Like, I thought it was hilarious because he was like, he wake up at the what's the name? He was like, I didn't get shot for this shit. Yeah. So I'm showing it to my pop. Not amused. Not a nothing. And he was like. Like I felt so dumb in the moment. I'm like, why the fuck I show him this shit? Like I felt dumb.
He definitely brought you down a notch. Like, what the fuck is
he did.
I didn't raise you.
Don't disrespect
like
Dr. King like this.
He definitely them vibes. I'm like, no, why did you show me this shit vibe? So him laughing at South Park, I'm like, wait, what?
He was amused by it, and then he was like, that's what he told me, and that's the most distinctive. I'm like, bro, I had to ask my dad what a douche was because of South Park.
South Park was wild, man. Like that was one of my fucking shows, man. I still watch it. Like
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I catch up on it.
South Park, I mean,
it had its run, but I don't really care for it too much. Yeah.
And
it's still held up for me. Like I haven't watched it in a while. Then I was like, let me catch back up. I was bored.
I tried watching some episodes. I'm like, bro,
I've never watched the full season of it. I've always just like, if it's on, I might catch an episode, whatever. I tried to watch that last.
The special?
They did the special, whatever. I think I got like halfway through it. I'm like, bro, this is just a lot.
The Christmas special is some of the funniest shit ever.
It'd be a lot.
Oh, my God.
It do be a lot.
I mean,
the only time I really like is when they make fun of Canada. Like
you're not my guy, buddy. You're not my buddy, pal. Yeah. You're not my pal.
And when Butters was a pimp was like top tier. And Timmy. Like I like the side characters.
Butters, dog. When Butters was a pimp and he was like, "Hey, bitch, trying to go get
this." Hey, dog. Butters as a pimp was wild. Like, and I was like, and that was
trying to get this money.
If I can give you anything, that was probably an episode I watched on it was like how you change the channel is just on.
So you didn't like Coon and Friends?
I probably didn't even watch it.
Oh my God! So what it was is, so Butters got this character. It's an evil villain by the name of Dr. Chaos. Right, and that's where
they made the game from. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So Cartman comes out with the superhero Coon, and so it's a whole saga of him because he's like, Netflix is giving out deals to everybody, so we're gonna do the Coon and Friends franchise. He got the whiteboard out. He's like, all right, we're gonna start with the Coon and Friends. Like he has it, like I'm saying, like it's literally him mapping it out.
You actually, if you really that big, you need to play because literally like the last. They did 2 South Park video games, and it's literally like their cosplay. So like the first one is about like when they was doing the whole Lord of the Rings run, and the second one is literally all of that, like the whole like Dr. Chaos,
bro.
And it's like all of that. It ain't the story, it ain't the anime. It's just literally like playing the game.
Oh no, watch the if you know what. If I know you guys said you're off of South Park, but just go watch all 3 of the Coon and Friends episodes. fucking hilarious.
Coon and Friends.
Coon and Friends.
Coon, that's what I'm saying. Like when I played the game and like they did the Dr. Cass and he was like, "We're gonna do this," and I was like, "Bro." Like the fact that he was talking about he was doing that in the car, like in the game. So all the games are all the same banter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, bro, all this coolness, like all this shit, like I'm like, dog, y'all do it a lot. Y'all in the game, bro, like y'all do it a lot, dog. Like,
all right, well, let's get into recommendations.
Oh,
are we
shit.
recommending?
Is it that time?
Yeah.
How far are we getting? Like,
Bro, you know how long we did? We just started on time this time. That's why niggas is like it's weird because we actually started on time
my
this
body
time.
don't feel like it's late yet. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, are we gonna recommend? I feel like
we about an hour into the second half.
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't ever say what you was watching this week. Like I feel like we started.
Oh yeah, we did. Well, I haven't really been watching. I haven't been watching anything.
No.
I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm finally on Odyssey, dude. I've been texting Didge because like this storyline is so fucked up.
Storyline grips you, dog.
Because it's like it puts you it puts you in like, so we're doing the Troy storyline and everything. So what ends up happening again in the storyline, I picked the woman's options to be the woman. So you know, if they feel like the baby is not fit, they throw him over the cliff. So she's standing there about to see her dad throw him off the cliff. So she not her dad, the guy throw her brother off the cliff. So she runs and kind of push the guy and accidentally push her brother. But now the village is like, oh no, she's going against the tradition. The tradition. Get rid of her. So her dad picks her up and throws her off the cliff, but she survives. So then she so she's back now. You know what I'm saying? She's grown. She finds her pops. I chose to kill her pops, and I killed her pops. And then this dude is supposed to be her stepdad. So I'm thinking like, okay, like you know what I'm saying, stepbrother. So I'm like, all right, that's like of course like the strategy. But she finds out her mom's still alive, so she's trying to find her mom. So you won.
That was the other reason why I didn't kill her dad, because he does help you find her mom.
So one, I run into this old lady who's kidnapping kids and trying to kill them and sacrifice them, but she thinks she got this whole coat. So I'm like, whatever. So I kill her, kill the coat, thinking it's all good. So, but then we still trying to find her mom. So we inquire, and you meet this little girl. This little girl, she seems like she's such the coolest, sweetest little girl. But she look up to you. She get into mischief, and then all of a sudden, like I'm chasing like this sex deviant, crazy king. And then so she keeps on jumping in.
I don't know if they paying attention.
Oh, they probably not paying attention. No, so she keeps on jumping in, popping up. Like I'm moving town to town by water, and Phoebe keeps on popping up. I'm like, damn, she get into the shits. Then she goes and she figures out something. So she's like, oh, I gotta go run and save Phoebe. And you go there, and there's all this blood. I'm like, damn, they done kidnapped Phoebe and probably killed everybody. Then you get to this hall, and Phoebe's dead on the ground, and I'm like, what? And now I'm on this vengeance.
The story.
Now I'm on this vengeance because I'm like, nigga, I texted Didge. It was like 1 a.m. I said, nigga, I'm about to kill every motherfucking body in Athens right now because they done killed Phoebe. I'm like,
they killed
what
Phoebe.
The fuck?
I was like, everybody, because you can kill civilians in this one. It won't desynchronize you like the other Assassin's Creed. Bro, I was like, everybody got it.
Bro, after I killed the people after I killed the guards around Phoebe, I went out and I was killing everybody I ran across. Like, nigga, everybody dies. Everybody dies,
because y'all killed Phoebe.
I was definitely, definitely felt some type of way about it. Everybody done.
Yeah, I get it.
No, you don't.
I don't really care for Assassin's Creed.
Same.
That's one
of my series.
After 2 hours, like,
well, you know what? I'll give you a good quick because you play. You didn't play Last of Us 2 yet, did you?
No, not yet.
Did you play?
I didn't play none of Last of Us.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, you can't give me.
Because there's a huge spoiler, but it fuels your whole gameplay. Like in this game, my whole gameplay was fueled off of one moment in this game. And I can't spoil it.
I mean, I get that. I mean, I haven't played a game probably in a long time where you like, as far as like a story-driven game where something happens where it's like, oh, we gonna finish this game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know
like,
and that's now I'm killing every motherfucking body. What I like about this Assassin's Creed, and I see why Didge like it. So I don't know. You guys haven't been playing it. Like you haven't been playing Assassin's Creed. So I think the Origins was the first time they did it. So in Origins, if you do too much crime, they have like assassins, not what they call them, not assassins, mercenaries that come after you for the money, right? Now these are supposed to be
like Skyrim.
Yeah, so like you'll see them on the map. coming towards your way. But like the thing about it is that if you're in the vicinity, they beeline for you and you gotta fight. So it's really either fight or flight. You gotta go. But they don't stop searching for you unless you kill them. That's what it was in Origins. In Odyssey, you can pay off the bounty, right? So
that's some Red Dead type shit.
That's like Skyrim.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Like
So
I'll be just traveling, all of a sudden here come a fucking like
Right.
3 bounties.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
So-
I'm gonna kill you. I'll never pay him.
But what also made it dope? So like, so what also
Never
made
pay
it
him.
dope is that you can pick off the mercenaries ahead of time before they even look. Like they have like you go to the screen and you can see all the mercenaries, the big ones, and you can kind of pick them off. But what also makes it dope is there's this secret society. So you got to get clues to uncover the secret society. But once you uncover who each person is, you can mark them on there and you kill off the secret society as well. So I'm like, it's super dope.
Like certain mercenaries, like I forgot one mercenary, he was looking for me, and obviously I killed him. I was like, I'm not paying this off. Like, I killed him, and then you find out after I killed him, oh, he was part of the secret society. So I got this clue now. I done took fam out, and so like it was cool. Everything was.
I mean, I feel like maybe it's just the assassin, because I feel like the Assassin's Creed is in the same niche as Hitman. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
But I mean, as far as how you want to kill, like I mean, Hitman is a little more vast as far as like how you want to kill, but it's still about really a story assassinating.
Assassin's Creed is like, it's like a very, well, when they started making it, adding more, it was more kind of open worldish. You develop your own style of how you want your character to be.
You really can. Like
Hitman is very linear in their character. It's like Skyrim. That's why I like Skyrim. Like, if I want to be a good dude, I don't do no crime. I don't steal.
You play Skyrim?
Hell yeah, Skyrim is cold.
Like the online one?
Huh?
Like you play it like, are you saying you play it?
I don't have the online. I just, you know what's so funny? Skyrim was one of the games that I've been playing since PlayStation 3 that I never really got to the end. And every system that I've had it since I bought it and then sold it, I finally just beat it on the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, you played it on your Switch?
Yeah.
So are you a fan of the Fallouts and all that? Because I mean, that's like the same realm.
Nah, not Fallout. Skyrim I like because you know
you don't like Fallout, or you're not into it.
I'm not into it.
Okay.
I like
Fallout is
Skyrim
fucking
because
amazing.
I can make my own character, but I like the lore. You know, I like the story.
Yeah, like the whole, like,
Plus,
it's
like
like
you know, you were Dragonborn, so the more I played, by the time I was towards damn near almost at the end, like I was calling dragons.
Yeah,
you know, I was sitting on top
I've never
of
been
dragons.
a big fan of like all the.
I've never got into Skyrim.
Yeah.
Man, it's so dope. Like because it's
I ain't feel like I played Fallout maybe half of like 3, but I've never really been Fallout.
Fallout 4.
I played Fallout 2. I think
Fallout 4 is probably one of the best video games I ever played.
Fallout, but I lost a lot of like, I don't want to say like I don't want to even say respect. I just say like I lost a lot of interest in me
Fallout?
personally in like just open, really big, vast open world games.
That's off that. If you have an open world game, you 60% already got me. You 60%
like it's
already
really hard, but it's hard. Like it's hard for me to do open world where it's like the Skyrim and the Fallout is like, you know, it's customization, it's open world,
and that's why I love it.
But see, it's like Skyrim, like I could do like if I want to be a like,
when
if I want to be a build dude that's a mage,
like when I got start googling builds. It's like, bro, that's a lot.
But
you don't have to.
I don't got to. But I mean, a game that has that kind of asset, where you gotta like,
that is true.
I'm gonna disagree with you too.
Because you.
I love that type of shit.
But that's where you. That's where you suck.
Warframe.
That's where you suck the fun out of it.
No, but Warframe,
like, bro, like Skyrim, like I built my character. Like I could have done. I could have done different things.
There's no really big story.
I had a whole tree. I could have focused on certain things, but I didn't. Like I just built my dude kind of like he was like balanced between magic, but also he was like a strong.
I love that. I love that. Like that's one of the reasons why I stopped playing card games. There was it was on Sega Saturn. I can't remember it, but it was a card game where you literally get to build your card. Like you race for money and you can buy things that nobody.
Gran Turismo?
I can't remember if it was. Probably was, but it was like
Gran Turismo was PlayStation.
But
it was on Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn was the disc.
But I don't think it had Gran Turismo.
Right? What came out Sega Saturn came out. Hold on, real quick. Sega Saturn came out before PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
It was the disc.
Yeah,
so
but I don't think Gran Turismo
was on there.
Like as a series came out until PlayStation.
Check.
But whatever the game was,
I hated Gran Turismo. I hate fucking racing car games.
I hate racing car games, but the reason why this
caught
caught me was I was like, wait,
I
I can choose the tires, I can choose the engine, like you really get the build.
I hate that
so
shit.
I love games where you get to, like, if I create a character, your character damn near is never gonna look like my character or be like my character because of my build. I love that.
Like, I built my Skyrim character, like I was saying, like he had magic, but he was also good at wielding, and he had heavy armor. So like he looked like this crazy dude. I gave him a big ass beard and shit, you know. And I would collect and learn how to do spells and certain stuff. But the other things.
What was your primary load? Like who was your primary class in Skyrim? Like you a mage?
No, I was a Nordic, which is almost like a human. I was a Nordic.
So what was your weapon class? What was your weapon class?
It didn't give me like a weapon class because in Skyrim you can.
I know you like. I'm talking about your loadout. Like, how would you?
That's what I'm saying. Like my loadout would be. I had a
trades.
No, kind of, because my loadout, like I had the heavy armor, like my shit was crazy, but I became a vampire, so I had the vampire armor and shit like that, right? And then, so I'd be flossing with the vampire armor, but the vampire armor would boost my magicka up by 35. But he was strong with wielding one-handed swords. So I would wield a one-handed sword, and I have magic in my left hand. Sometimes I traded for a shield, but with my sword was a dark soul sword.
I just love the description.
I like when I kill a motherfucker. If I killed him under so many seconds, I would suck his soul into my sword, and it'll go into one of my soul stones. So then my soul stones, I can energize my weapons that I enchanted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my dude was like half magic and half brute, because he'd be like I'd fuck motherfuckers up with my motherfucking sword, but then I'd be like conjuring fucking like other animals, or I'd conjure like fire spirits and shit so they can fight with me, or I make motherfucking zombies too, and I switch and I have like this fire in my left hand, like I just be whacking motherfuckers with fire.
So now, like,
that was a lot.
It was like, but I do all that shit in the battle because they come at you so crazy.
But see, the reason I love this is because all we all really know of Lib is playing like Dragon Ball Fighter, like Fighter Z. So to hear this nigga breakdown of like, nigga, my armor this and do this and shit, like, it's like, bro, hold on, this nigga gave me some wow ass, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, load up, like,
but like, I like that because I used to play DC Universe online. I used to play the shit on it.
Bro, I could not get DC Universe to load. I mean, cause I don't know what it was, but and then when I finally did, niggas was done with it. I said, oh shit,
bro.
I was like,
like my this type of shit. Like if you got like, cause Skyrim is on like the Skyrim Online. I think is crossplay. I don't know for sure.
It is.
But like I got it. Like I was like, but I stopped playing it so long ago because I never played any Skyrim game. And
bro,
when I started playing it
is so
and I started
fucking
playing with
dope.
my guys a little bit, I was like, it was so vast, but it's like I really want to play. If I'm gonna play, it's like, bro, we gonna play then.
It is extremely vast world.
But I love the vast world shit. Because what was the game, the online game where you go planet to planet?
Me, I can't really play those alone no more.
Yeah, I think that.
I get bored. Like, what is
this ain't like, I can't even compare it to
No,
Destiny.
he was asking what was the
I was asking what it was. I was saying because I like shit that's vast. I like that you can go. Like Destiny was vast because you can go planet to planet to planet to planet.
But see what's so crazy?
And I love shit like that.
But in Skyrim, like, instead of going straight through and doing the main mission, I can trail off and like I became a vampire. And from the vampire,
and that's what I like about it. Let me get beastie before I start the main quest.
I ain't even done with that. The vampire opens up whole new like a way of living and doing things. I never even have to go back to the main storyline because I'm too busy doing the vampire things. Like, and it just keep leading into so much other things. Like you can really become like it's really like MMOs are so dope. You can really become and create your character and play your own style of gaming, like, how you want your guy to be.
Like,
I had kids in my house. I adopted 2 children. And I'm a vampire lord. Like, I ended up killing the vampire lord.
Oh my god!
I had
that Second Life for real.
The nigga Second Life. Daddy life into the video games. Like, I'm not even single in the video game. Bitch, I got kids.
Bro, I had the vampire lord's daughter following me.
I got a question.
Me with every mission that I did to the very end.
Hey, at what point when in your life did you start making your characters look more like you?
I always did.
I always did.
I didn't at first.
I always
You never
reinvented.
did?
I always
At first, as a kid, I didn't.
truthfully
As a
honest,
kid, I didn't.
To be truthfully honest, I just now started trying to make shit that don't like just whatever.
Yeah.
Like
You know what? I
whatever.
tried to,
As
but
a
to
kid,
me,
I
it's so
didn't.
much better to make
I get
yourself.
mad.
Because when I
when I
fuck
first-
somebody up,
But you
I'm
wanna know-
like, yeah, that's me.
Y'all want to know?
motherfucker.
Y'all want to know the small time that I did keep it accurate to me, and it makes no sense. But if you think about the games at that time, when I used to make basketball players, I used to make my actual height.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
I always
as a
did that.
kid.
I always
No,
did
but
that.
so you'll be super short
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
But remember in that
I
game,
know
super short.
no, but remember at that
6'1".
time,
I'm a
no
point
matter
guard.
you can be that short and still dunk on niggas. It's not.
he
There was
said,
no
like,
level
at
of
the time
realism.
when he was a kid.
At the time I was a
definitely used to do that.
kid.
'Cause I would be like,
So I'll be like
I'd
this.
be
You play like
four-
two,
I'd be
and
like
then 2K
4'11".
now, you put your ass at like 5'8".
You ain't making
5'7".
shit.
You ain't dunking no ball.
Yeah.
Like, you
So, but back in the old games,
yeah.
you be out glide them niggas, bro.
Glide,
like,
yeah, I remember. Okay, I remember.
Well, because we had
I
spun
know.
webs back then, so they had something to go by.
Yeah.
Like, they had an animation to put you in.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got a short nigga
Yeah.
animation to put him in. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, but no, like we
But-
don't have it no more.
but
I
I
always
I
make
used
myself.
to-
Even my character in Skyrim is like it was a Skyrim version of me. He was bald headed and he had a long white beard.
I
You know what I'm
definitely used to do
saying?
that,
Like
even in Madden, like I'd
and
be
glasses.
short, chubby dude, but I always wanted to be quarterback. So it's just short, chubby dude, as quarterback.
Big quarterback.
just letting them loose though.
out there looking
Boy,
like a 97
nigga, your line
Madden
had
quarterback.
to be cold. nigga. Your line had to be superstar, and you ain't running nowhere.
Just throw it 60 yards deep.
Like, your line ain't you ain't running nowhere. Your line had to be cold.
Were you?
nigga.
Are we honest with our stats though? Are we
Hell
honest with
no.
our
No,
stats?
hey, no, honestly,
Hell no.
hey,
Now I am. Now I'll be like, all right, I'm trash at this, so let me put it that low.
my
But
2K
back in the day, I was
my
always
2K stats,
99.
My 2K stats now,
Yeah.
or even like since like maybe whatever we make credit
Yeah.
player 15, whatever, has always been trying to follow like how I felt I was.
Right,
If I was
right.
still playing at this time.
Right.
And if I really, and it would never be in my mind the intensive training that basketball players would do.
No.
But it was like, if I went to the park every couple of times a day, you know what I'm saying? I think I might still have a jumper. I might be a 75. You know what I'm saying? I might be a 75.
So you ain't basing it on your current status.
No.
You're basing it on
Your
like,
old
what
projection.
if.
Yeah, whatever.
On your
Yeah,
alternate timeline.
But not
wrong.
even being fine though, because I think you make
timeline
your
wrong.
player. I made my player like a nigga got me off the street.
So here's how I made my.
You know what? I always did
So
that
I
too
made
in
my
sports games.
And I made my player. There was two things in basketball that I was always good at. I had really good defense, right, and I was never scared to go in the lane. So those would be up high. But then like I'm like, okay, I'm probably like a good 74 in threes. You know what I'm saying? I don't really miss free throws. I'm gonna put that at like an 88. Like, but that wasn't until later on.
The only lie I
Before
did
like
also-
before 2K came out, I was big 99 all the time.
I always made myself pure trash on offense and good on defense because I was all my friends was like, sure, I'm not super tall, but you know I'm like 6'1", and like all my guys were like 5'7", 5'8", so I will always have to be the dude. Like
that too.
That was my
when
expectation.
You got to the 2K realm.
That was my
Like
expectation.
I think what changed for niggas when niggas started making like now I'm making players to play like the game. But when you stepped into like early 2Ks and went to the park, you like, this your character?
You was
like,
just
nigga,
trying
this
to be.
you? And you like, yeah, this me, but like the nigga might be like 6'5", and like, this ain't you. like, so it's like I really enjoyed playing early 2Ks with an authentic team. Like if I knew you niggas and I can see the height, like okay, we out here. Like, we out here.
You know what? Yeah.
I
know what you're
didn't.
talking about, Rob.
I would exaggerate. I always exaggerated.
We out here dadding. Like whatever you gonna play, nigga, we just go whatever. Like
Yeah.
you feel like you was
My
just like.
dude used to always be 6'6". He would always be 6'6".
6'6".
Just had whatever they named. I never changed anything else. That my stats was just cold.
Like I tried one time where I tried to, cause I was like you just add a foot, like add a foot on whatever you know what I'm saying, like add a foot, like, but it was like my thing was I know I can't dunk, so I was like, but I said I wanted to be to that right at that borderline that if I was hype enough, I might dunk on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
See, I didn't.
if the energy was high enough.
So here's
Like if
so
I
this.
was on fire type shit. If
So-
I was on fire.
Nah, see, this is what I did, and this is where y'all shortchange yourself. So we used to have a court, a rollaway court in the alley, right? And it wasn't regulation height. It was high enough for us. It was high enough for 14-year-old Rudy to dunk. Yeah, I mean, I'm like, oh, I was shining at that time, so I'm gonna base my stats off of that. So I'm like, you know what? During that time, yep, I was doing 360 dunks and shit like that. So I'm gonna put my dunks high. Like I was basing it off of whatever my highlight that I was like, because I used to play in the league in the Nook.
Egan stats.
Yeah.
You remember Mike Egan?
Anytime somebody played with Rudy, be like, that's why that ain't you.
Yeah.
That's why they ain't you.
We had the rule. We had the rule. Anytime we play each other, no creative players.
Yeah, did you ever do the one-on-one?
We used to do that shit too because of motherfuckers like you.
Yep.
Did you ever do the one-on-one creative players at least? Like
you know what? Only really
I never did.
time that we ever allow real creative players and we had to try to make them as close to us as possible. Then you have your fuck off was No Mercy. For Super Nintendo, WWF, No Mercy.
No Mercy. That you say y'all try to be as accurate as possible.
I never did with wrestling.
One that was try to be as accurate as possible because we'd use it to talk shit to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
I feel like if you made an accurate person, those would be the computer ones I would want to see fight. Like, you don't have a computer match.
We used to do CPU emulations too.
Oh yeah, everybody did.
We used to do that shit when I created.
CPU emulation is the best thing ever to watch.
Dog,
remember we did a podcast. Remember we did a podcast watching it. We was like, oh shit, like we got all into that shit.
Like especially if you make one where, like I said, if you got realistic stats, and you just like a nigga just overpowered. Like you like if you really like I said when like in Dreamcast, Fire Pro Wrestling was the game that came out.
I remember that game.
And Corn, I tell you this day, like my guy Corn, we had millions of characters, like just making random collect. Whether you just
put it on your own pay-per-view and shit.
Bro, it was cold. You bring your memory card and slap it in the remote. Anybody's house.
I mean, I'm saying like, everybody would do that at home. Like everybody, like when Dreamcast came out, I had the bootleg, so we all had the bootleg Dreamcast. Oh yeah, with the games.
Did you have to play yours upside down? No, that was PlayStation.
That's PlayStation.
When I had to play my shit upside down.
Yeah, I remember that.
I wish I remember the guy.
The bootleg Dreamcast. I remember because my homie hooked me up with the modification.
Yeah, like I can't remember the guy.
I had a used Dreamcast.
To his house and nigga had the whole flip book like what you want and that like
it got to the point where I was burning video games on black CDs. You could buy the black CDs. Then I print the fucking little CD thing.
Get the CD starter from Walgreens.
I make a whole box and cover for them. My bootleg game was cold. I miss those days.
Hey, that's how I used to get niggas with the I was the bootleg CD man, and I used to.
But yeah, Fiber Wrestle was one of my games. Like I feel like there's to me. Like I get fighting each other and playing like your story or whatever, but to me there's nothing to me honestly better than really just making your characters and watching niggas fight. I absolutely
agree. Yeah.
I agree. Really just like watching niggas like I feel like if you want to bet money, I feel like if you want to do whatever that shit like either just let the niggas just fight.
Yeah, just let them fight.
Let the niggas just fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bring your nigga, like, so we used to do the Fire Pro back then. Like I said, everybody had their own Dreamcast, or at least me and Corn did, and we make our characters and do a Royal Rumble, and niggas at least bring 5-6 characters to the stable, shit like that. Like, run it, nigga. Like, run it. Like, and you just like, you can do whatever you want to do, and you see you looking back like, damn, nigga, like, it ain't nothing but like two people or whatever left. Like, to me, like, other than having to really, because you fight, I feel like when you play somebody, it's always gonna be that demeanor of like, if I'm beating your ass, you gonna, it's a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? But just to watch it and just like you seeing what the computer may pick or do. That's what I say. I think it got really better as you got older. As the games got better because characters like they try to carry how you play into it. So it's like,
sorry, you just made me think of a theory. You know why shit talking in video games got worse? Because back in the day, we was right here. So I ain't gonna go that hard because you might fall in it.
Because a nigga might knock you in your shit.
Bro, me and my best friend, we done got fights, especially.
Well, there was fights. I remember, but I'm just saying, that's why it's worse. Why it's worse now? Because niggas is on mics all over.
We was playing. I will never forget this.
Dog. Like nigga, you can stay home. Like you can stay home ASAP. Nigga, like, hey, my mama said you gotta go, fam.
Dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog. Me and my guy Danny was playing. We was playing Dave Nero. You remember Dave Nero on PlayStation with the bikes? Bro, I was doing an unlimited grind. I'm talking about I was in the same spot and I was racking up points and me and Danny was playing. Dog, this motherfucker got so mad he knocked the remote out of my hand and then punched me in the jaw, bro. We got into a scuffle immediately after because he was so mad that I was beating him on Dave Mirror because I was sitting there talking shit. This why I'm unlimited grinding right now. Like I had to balance to a T.
Some real fight shit is definitely some Mario. Niggas playing Mario.
Oh my god.
No. I'm gonna tell you.
That is Super Smash Brothers.
No, I mean, yeah, but like I said, what he's talking about. I remember me and my guy, we was playing. We had an intense, probably like 5, 6, 7 games on NBA courtside, Kobe Bryant courtside.
Oh, I remember that.
And talking so much shit, and then it ended our friendship at that moment. Like we went a week beefing, and then kind of squashed it later on. But
like video games back in the days because you had that couch.
It was like you said, it was right next to each other.
Really have a nigga gun, like bro, like you could have it like back in the day.
Oh, spamming the low kick in Mortal Kombat, the low kick.
Oh my god! Not even the low kick, the sweep.
I mean, the sweep kick. I mean, yeah.
And don't be what it be. You know what made so cold too? Because back then, that was the only game you wanted to play.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So if Mortal Kombat came out and you brought your niggas over, but you the one beating everybody ass, ain't nothing else to play.
Yeah.
Like, so niggas like, I don't want to play nothing no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
we used to do that shit with Street Fighter.
You might have 1,000 games on your console, but like, nigga, all we play is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Like, ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying?
No, we just play Mortal Kombat. Like, I'm beating you all night.
Day,
you spend the night, you getting your ass beat until we go to sleep. And when we have after breakfast,
when Sega, when I grabbed the 6-button controller for Sega,
oh my god,
rap.
In Street Fighter, everything. It was done. It was done for you. And when I brought you over to my house and gave you that 3-button ass controller on Sega, and I popped on that 6 buttons, like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go. That 6 button was a fucking game.
Home field, there was nothing like home field.
Home field advantage. You never want to.
Especially if you got your ass whooped the day before at his house.
You gotta run it back at. You gotta run it back at my crib.
My thing was like, I used to tell niggas like, when a nigga saw me with my 6-button controller, and it's like, bro, you gotta like whatever. It's like, nigga, you been playing with the same controller I didn't had. Like I just got this, nigga.
But wait,
grew up on 3 buttons, nigga.
Dog, like so fresh and so clean.
But wait, vice versa is when you be running a nigga on at his home. Like you know what I'm saying, he got the system and you playing it, but you beating his ass always at his crib. Yeah. He hate that.
Yeah, when I got my 6-button, the bitch came with me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The bitch came with me like,
I used to do the same shit.
Even with my mama, like I remember when that bitch came out, like I need that controller. Like I need this controller and map all my buttons. I would make you mad because I'm coming to your house and I'm saying like pause it. I need to map my button.
You
gotta map the button
in your shit.
To this day,
in front of your face.
To this day, I still map motherfucking buttons.
If
I'm playing Street Fighter, you pause it.
That's the most disrespectful thing.
I'm mapping my buttons
because you either gonna let me do it because you feel you better than me in general, or you mad, or you scared because I'm doing it. And
in Tekken,
oh nigga, you finna be so fucking like OP is like
in Tekken. The second option for the that was my shit because I was a martial law nigga. Oh my god,
you was a law. I used to fuck with King.
Any Bruce Lee character you got me. Any Bruce Lee character you got me.
If you knew the, if you actually can do the. I
used to fuck with King.
Because like there was only one time in my life where I had a Nino, where I did a Nino playing somebody and never let the motherfucker go. Like when I was like, I played, I was like, bro, you had to memorize those moves where it's like she just kept coming to him and killed the nigga in one round.
No, the best for that, and then we gotta wrap it up. But the best for that used to be Killer Instinct, because once you get that ultra combo and because it just go on forever, especially when a nigga and when you because you talking shit and you like you hit it, bah, like nigga, and it just keep on going like bah, bah,
I did that, Killer Instinct. I did that to one person.
Wow, like Killer Instinct.
Killer Instinct. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, but those were like now in this day and age, you really don't kind of like. I feel like we debating with like we fighting with keyboard and mouse, but like I said, when they really had real accessories that changed your game, like I said, the 6-button controller
Bro, when the
That's
turbo,
top tier.
when
That
the
was like Power Glove to me, nigga.
when
I
the
brought-
turbo controller came out for Nintendo,
Oh, the turbo, turbo controller too.
it was a wrap. It was
The
a
turbo
wrap.
controller was unnecessary. To
It was
me.
a wrap.
No, what you? Oh no, I used to love that. But, fam, that was my go because me and Liv was talking about it. I was a Super Nintendo kid. My friend had Sega, and I used to run them in Mortal Kombat. But I had the Super Nintendo. When the Turbo came out,
The turbo controller was too much.
No, it was
like,
not.
Turning that shit up to do like that, like, bro, that's a lot. Y'all doing a lot.
I did love that 6-button controller for Sega.
Oh, it did. Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's what made all the remotes was a 6-button fucking.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Sega's remote period is
The
what
Sega,
modeled.
The Sega is probably one of the, like, if you think about back then, that was the biggest remote to
That-
come out.
and
when
it was
they-
so comfortable.
When they
I
filmed
loved-
it though, by adding more buttons and kind of like space, like it was really big to have 3 buttons.
Yes,
in,
it
like,
was.
the title.
It was
and
huge as
having
shit.
Sega was like you a big kid.
Yeah,
like
it
I
was.
remember I like going to my homie crib, but he like we the same age, but he got a Sega, and then he got come on like, damn, I only got a Nintendo, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I only got a Nintendo.
Yeah, that's
but
what
you
I'm
go
saying.
to one of your
Well, at that
friends'
time, it would've
house,
been Super
they got that
Nintendo,
Sega, and then you like, yeah, you know.
But I mean, it was really just
you
a
don't
battle,
need a
like,
blood code.
It just a matter.
You don't need
Well,
a blood code.
remember that was Sega's thing. They used to
Yeah.
market to the
Yeah.
to the older kids.
Yeah. to the older
I mean,
kids.
if you think about the actual like the timeline of it, because I was around Sega. You know, it's like the Nintendo actually battled the Sega Master System, which was a 2-button like controller like the Nintendo, and then Sega went further first
With Genesis.
and did the Genesis, which had 3 buttons.
The Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
was so
the Genesis had
cold.
3 buttons.
But Super
and then-
Nintendo came out
and
and
then
had
Super
4
Nintendo
buttons.
beat
Four.
The Sega Genesis
Yeah,
did
yeah.
with the Super Nintendo with 6 buttons, and then the Sega Genesis brought out the 6
Oh
button
yeah,
controller.
left and right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the Super Nintendo actually had it first. With
Yeah,
the
Super
6-button
Nintendo, they had-
controller.
But you had triggers.
Yeah, it was triggers. It was-
You know,
Yeah.
when
And
I
that-
think about it, I don't
You think
consider
about
those
buttons,
buttons.
yeah.
I consider
Right.
them
That's what it
triggers.
was like, but that's
but
what- that was
when
like
they
si-
did that with the 6 buttons,
Because that's what it was.
Bro.
Super
Because
Nintendo-
wait, before you get into that, I just want to say with the 6 buttons, it made fatality so fucking easy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It definitely did. Yeah, it definitely did. That's what it was like. That's what like Super Nintendo had that though. Like Super
Yeah.
Nintendo already had the 6 button kind of with the triggers, whatever. And so Sega was like, all right, well, we gonna do the 6 button controller and added that. So it's like
Yep.
if you grew up with the Sega, the Genesis off top,
Yeah.
you grew up with 3
Three
buttons.
buttons,
So
of
you had
course.
to have a nigga. You really had to just be in the know. Like, is a 6 button controller out? Like, yes, nigga.
Yeah.
Here, pop
Here.
this bitch on your like, so like
you
I
want to
said,
try
like,
this out?
so
Then
that's
do
what I'm
it.
saying.
And
So,
your
like,
friend
for
bring
me,
one. Like,
if I knew
oh.
a nigga play Sega and came to my house and I bust out the 6 button and you like, oh, nigga, you on something like, oh, bro, you know what we on? Like,
Yeah.
get your thing. You know how to play the game. You been playing 3 button on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how to play. So don't act like you don't know how to play.
but you know that's gonna be the excuse.
Yeah, I got the advantage. Buy you a 6 button controller.
That's
That's what I'm
always
saying.
the
Like, and I learned from that shit. Like, niggas would be like, come to my house. And I bet you gonna be on that shit. Like, nigga, I'm gonna bring my fucking 6 button controller to your house.
Not
nigga.
gonna do like I'm on that shit.
Yeah, like, nigga, like,
I brought like they ain't compatible, motherfucker.
right,
What's
So,
wrong
like,
with
yeah, I
you?
fuck with that. Yeah.
All right, well let's get our recommendations.
Okay.
All right, I'll go quick because the daily life of the immortal king, bro. I'm telling y'all, this shit was, this shit was dope. I haven't watched all of it, but I'm up to the 2nd episode. And Ron, I know you would like that shit. You would fuck with it. You probably would too. I think you'd sleep on it. Rudy. But we should do that. We should do scales of like, you know what I'm saying, who gonna watch it, who gonna that could be a scale system. But yeah, it's dope.
All right.
I fuck with it. I like it.
I'll go. So I've been telling y'all about it on in a group chat, but Full Dive, the ultimate next gen RPG, is even shittier than real life.
The longest title I've heard so
Yeah.
Dog.
So what it is?
And I thought the slime title was long.
far. Yeah,
Duh.
this is the longest
And
title
this-
I've heard
and
so
so
far.
what-
Say it again. I thought you were like describing something.
No,
to
this is
us
the
for a
title.
second. Say it again.
Full Dive.
Wait.
It's called Full Dive. This ultimate next gen Full Dive RPG is even shittier than real life.
Can I see your
I didn't think you don't believe it, nigga. Like,
That's a lot of titles.
Full Dive? Okay, so for Americans, the short is Full Dive, but this is really Full Dive.
I
The
didn't watch it.
ultimate next gen Full Dive RPG is even shittier than real life.
Right, and so
Wow.
what it was is I was looking, I was like, all right, I want to watch just a different type of anime.
I would just call that shit Full Dive.
and I found that one, right, and I was like, let me watch.
Have you watched Slime?
Bro? Can I get my recommendation out?
I'm just saying, you saying different anime. We've been throwing anime at you for months.
I tried Slime. I didn't like. I felt it was little kitty.
yeah,
He don't even know.
Talk about Full Dive.
You don't even know.
So it's,
Eat him up in the YouTube comments, y'all.
I've said this already on podcast. You know that, right,
Eat
bro?
him up. Eat him. I might have not been here, but Slime
Fam,
King.
can I get my recommendation?
You can.
Right, now we are running along on the podcast.
You can. I'm
trying
sorry.
to catch up. Nigga.
I apologize. I'm just shocked.
So it's about this dude, like he's probably like a teenager, and it's this game coming out that he wants, right? And it's like the most like sought out RPG and everything. So he goes to the store, but he ends up giving his money to the wrong person beforehand, so he didn't have enough money, right? So he's like, damn, man, I can't get the game. So then he sees like this hole in the wall, like used game. He's like, I don't think they're gonna have it there. And then he gets there, and so he's like, oh, they do have it. And then he finds out, like, oh, it was the older one. So then of course, it's anime. This is they got mad fan service in this anime. So this big busty chick, she like supposed to be like the cool smoking cigarette chick. And so she's at the register, and she's like, you like that game? Like, so she's like a hype beast, I guess, or whatever. So then she was like, all right, I'll sell you this. I'll sell you
always
the copy.
be telling us the whole
No,
episode.
this is just the whole thing. So she sells him like the first copy, or so he thought. So when he gets there, he's like, what the hell is this? And she was like, look, trust me, you gonna want to play it. But she gave him gave him her number, and because she's hot, he's like, oh, I may got a chance with her. He was like, all right, let me try this video game out. And it's all in a virtual world. So he put it in, and it's like super real. She pops in, she's in like a little fairy area like character that she is, but like he's like dealing with this situation. And then, like, he's like, oh, shit, man, I'm really hurting. She was like, oh, yeah, no, it's real life stuff. Like, it's real.
Have you ever watched, like, Gun Gale Online or Sword Art Online?
Yeah.
Like, this sound like that. Like,
It's
RPG.
an RPG show.
Yeah,
It's definitely an RPG show. But what ends up happening was, so him not thinking what it is, like, so, like, he meets this friend, and then the friend like is like a jock, so he's like fucking with him. And so then he comes rushing at him to fuck with him. He accidentally kills him. You get these dog tags. So then in dog tag, you automatically get your first name, and his first name is Best Friend Killer, because he was like, oh, like he was walking around town like, this is my best friend. So now he got a bounty on his head, and everywhere he goes, people are like, that's the Best Friend Killer. And if you kill somebody who is like evil in the game, you level up, so like everybody's after them and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so like, but then so he gets out, and he's thinking like, all right, well, I'm just gonna restart this game, and everything gets in, picks right back up. So he's like, wait, she was like, oh yeah, no, this game, you can't, there's no do-overs, there's no save. You do it, and then either you just quit the game or you die in the game, but like you gotta live it out continuously going. And so he's like, wait, so I'm starting off shitty already? She's like, I mean, you killed your best friend.
He could just quit the game, but he's like, I'm gonna keep playing the game.
Well, yeah, he's gonna keep playing the game because he's like, I never felt nothing like it. But he started off like it's like
trash already.
He started off trash because he thought it was just like a regular RPG. So he was like, oh shit, I'm trying. But then it was funny because he's like, all right, well, these are herbs, so let me try these herbs. And he's like, why is it not working? He's like, well, maybe I'll put it on my hand. He's like, it's not working. And then the dude, and he's like, fam, you need a doctor. He's like, so I got to do a real doctor in there? He's like, no, the herbs don't work like that.
Oh, so they made it like, so they didn't make like DayZ.
Yeah.
DayZ shit, like when they
Like,
go to survive, the real survival
it's
game.
a wild ass shit, but it's funny as fuck because it's like it's that comedic aspect to it and everything. And so now he's like living in this world trying to redeem himself. But then the sister of the best friend that he killed, she went like psycho. So now she's after him like a bounty hunter as well, trying to kill him. It's just this most randomest shit ever, but it's hilarious as shit. It's a fucking good.
Funny.
It's funny as anime.
I'll go next. I'm gonna recommend the anime I was talking about earlier, Mars Red.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna check that out.
The vampire anime. It's on
And
Funimation.
what's the other one y'all were talking about? The
I'm gonna do
narration,
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna do
video.
mine. Yeah, I'm gonna do mine.
Oh,
Because
okay,
that's
okay.
gonna be the same one I'm gonna recommend.
Liv
too.
just all over the place right
Liv,
now.
I don't know if he's ready to go. Or if he just,
I mean, I talked a lot about the Mars Red one already.
I just
like
don't want to
said.
forget. I wanted to write it
It's
down.
a vampire anime.
I gotta write
I
that.
talked about it a lot already. So
I know, but my brain ain't retaining info like it used to. So
I mean, it's been suggested that we need to start putting the recommendations in the description.
Yeah.
the description. Yeah.
we gotta. Yeah.
I'm
I mean, like I said,
somebody-
mine is. Are you good?
yeah, I mean, I talked about it. I literally talked about it earlier.
I mean, I didn't feel like I didn't give a really big synopsis of mine, but I mean, like mine was of course Cake. Like I said on Hulu. Like I said, the name is definitely not to me synonymous with the show. In general, even though they use Cake as like the intermission breaks between skits and things like that, like they use that like idea of like smashing cake or doing some random shit, but it's like I said, it's really like from how it's described, it's pretty much like a series of shorts meant to like play with the mind.
I do want to watch that. After you said it was similar to the...
It's a lot of workspace. Like, there's like, so the first episode, and I'm not trying to give a lot of it, but it's like they use like it's animation, poetry. Like there's like a workplace like continuous show about a white girl in workplace, but it's like told in like poetry. So in the beginning, it's like it sounds like a rap, like it sounds like rap, but it's like a code, like it's beating everything behind it, but it's like really like all this. It's really like I said, it's like a sketch show in a sense. But there's one show in between all of it, the sketches, that's an actual show that you would watch. So like the first season, like I only watched the first season, it's 5 seasons. And the first season, the show in it is, like I said, I didn't know how long this shit been going on. Like I just barely watched it. It got recommended to me.
Was something new.
And like, I thought it was recommended to me and I started watching it. But it's like the first season, so the first season was, the main show is like a story called like Oh Jerome No. And it's about an overly sensitive dude trying to find his date. But it's like it goes through so many aspects of like cut scenes of his life where socially you will relate to it and things like I said, it's like a Black Mirror thing where you relate to things, but it's not like that Twilight Zone. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like Black Mirror. It's just really just like everyday shit on what's going on in life. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's like it's one of those like sketch shows. It's just like, it's like a sketch show, but it's like I realized like watching it from like just me being, but that's what I said, it definitely fit for our age. Because like some of the sketches and things they talk about, whether it be an animation or a small like musical sketch or whatever, it's our age shit. Where it's like work shit going on, relationship shit going on, but it's like it's all dark comedy. Like it's not like some love story shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all like really kind of like dark comedy kind of thing. So it's like I said, I'm already in I just filmed the first season. Okay. So it's like the first season ended, and I started the second season, and it started a new main, like, you know what I'm saying, like in the middle main story kind of thing of like another like a family of something going on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give away. So it's like, Cake. And like I said, it was like I didn't know it was on for that long, but Cake is definitely sounding like it's gonna be something that's like it's in that if you in that Black Mirror realm, like I said, and I'm recommending Midnight Gospel.
I've been missing Black Mirror.
And I'm recommending Midnight Gospel because if y'all ain't seen Midnight Gospel, like I'm actually finna watch Midnight Gospel over again because if y'all ain't seen Midnight Gospel,
that show is so wild.
That shit is really. It's not even, I'm not trying to say like it's good, like it's a story or whatever, because like I said, it's literally just, it's random episodes of just, you know what I'm saying, but how it's drawn, the shit that he, like, is you either going to watch the show or listen to the show. Like I'm saying, like,
the shit
that's how it works. I'm either going to watch it or listen to it.
Finding out that they were actual interviews, because seeing the animation, like I said, so many points, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And the stories is like wild, like bro, like, but it's like that's what I'm saying. Like
you sold me on it already, bro.
Because it's like it's about when you think about the aspect of someone even putting it together.
You watching it now?
Yeah, like, pulled it up.
You think about somebody putting it together. It's like if you, it's just like saying like let's say like you like before you were like if you were just like interviewing somebody like I'm finna interview somebody in London, but it's
and
like
then somebody
you make it,
but
you portray it now like you actually in space interviewing. Like what's going on in London? And it's like someone draws all this whole scenario, whatever, like up. Like you make it like you've never been there.
Like, real life, just watching.
You about to get us demonetized like a motherfucker.
We let's shut it down because Liv is excited about this shit.
I am. I'm gonna watch this shit.
Midnight Gospel. That's I'm actually gonna say watch Midnight Gospel first. Okay. Then watch Cake. All right. Like then watch Cake. So that's
Midnight Gospel is trippy.
Yeah.
And watch the high. If you can get high,
definitely watch. That's how I was watching. I'm like, bro, this is
all right.
wild.
And then the OG recommendation. Make sure you go to GeeksetPodcast.com because we actually did some changes to our shop. Shout out Bacardi, man.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, by Tuesday,
it'll be on. So
we're gonna be on some Nike ID shit, some Geek ID. I call it Geek ID.
Geek ID, get to really customize some stuff. Check out all of our past episodes, man. Make sure you go to the YouTube page, man. We put up a new Geekset Rewind. We reviewed the Demon Slayer movie. It was really dope. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you check that out. Also, by the time that you are hearing this, the new season 101 with Deuces, the Amari Williams interview will be out. So make sure you go there, check that out. If he does a lot of voice acting on Transformers, JoJo Bizarre Adventure, Demon Slayer. Like, he's a really dope person, and we talked about a lot. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you follow us on all social media podcasts at Geekset Podcast. Make sure you join our Discord. It should be in the description down below. But it's like, again, a whole bunch of dope individuals talking about some geek shit all over, hip hop shit as well, collectibles and everything like that. Follow, subscribe to our Patreon. We are patreon.com/Geekset, one of the best ways to support us. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
If you're watching this or if you're listening to this, go to our YouTube, youtube.com/GeeksetPodcast, and hit subscribe. We are on our road to 1,000. We are ever so close. I think we're at 770 something right now. Like, we are moving.
We're at 77 now?
Yeah, we are moving up.
I
We
know
definitely
was
moved
in
up
the
in about a week. It's only been about 2 or 3 weeks.
777.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah,
Up
we're trying
there.
to 1,000, man. I road to 1K.
Yeah,
on,
come
y'all.
on, you know what I'm
We need
saying?
the
Help us
help.
get some bills
Did
paid.
said
Like,
Did
we
said he
have-
gonna
right,
do
we
something for
need
the 1,000
something.
subscribers.
Time.
1,000
Poe.
subscriber.
That subscribers does a lot for us.
Yeah,
1,000 subscriber. Look, we if you become the 1,000 subscriber, you can send us a screenshot and show us. We will pay you $12,000.
You a whole
Wait,
lot.
what? No.
And I'm definitely just.
Listen here, I'll
cut that.
give you $12 for sure.
I'm gonna cut that.
I
You'll
give
get
you-
some free Geek Set merchandise,
worth of.
a pat in the back,
Like,
and a Subway gift card.
You might just get a thumbs up on podcast from me.
You get a Subway gift card.
You know what? I would go.
Well, I don't know, man. Subway, we ain't talking about it, but Subway ain't got real tuna right now.
Yeah.
Who
like,
eating the dog?
Matter of fact,
First of all,
we ain't
whoever
eating
ate the tuna,
with the Subway
whoever
tuna.
ate the
You know
tuna
what I'm
for
Hey,
Subway from the
listen.
beginning has been living the life on edge.
And
Like,
this has been the Geekset
that ain't somebody
Podcast.
I wanna be a friend with.
Only podcast that blend hip hop culture and geek culture together, and we are out.
Peace.